Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Lauren Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Wednesday. Glad you're with us. We've got such an exciting show for you tonight. How about a few big specials that are going to be really kicking off not just the top of the hours, but also bottom of the hours. We've got really cool pieces tonight. Whether you're looking for blue wing block D, one of our last rounds are here. Got our 2 carat 41. It'll be the most affordable round we have for you, actually. And then we also have, we've got something we don't see very often in jewelry. Now, it's a rare stone. It's a one source stone. But when you look at one source stones like, oh, I don't know, maybe imperial topaz or blue wing block Ds, we see those almost every day. What we don't see every day is a stone that is completely mined out. It is Bolivian in material, and it is an Amertrine stone. And that is one that, since we see it so seldom, tends to be very popular when it is here. So we've got one tonight. It's actually in a ring, and it's a beautiful emerald cut just the way we want to see it. And we also have some blue wing block D earrings. So we actually could get you a whole set of rounds, whether you want the ring, the earrings, or both. They're all going to be affordable for you. And we've got those really special opportunities on the way now. We also have a round emerald. So it seems like it's rounding out to be one of those very special round days where we're going to have all of those important stones. There's a champagne diamond, had a 2 carat 22 the other day. I think it's still here actually, but there is a little bit smaller stone. Ironically, it's a 1 carat 22. So we have that as well today. And if you're looking for a champagne diamond, it's got pink and white diamonds. It looks almost like the piece that we had the other day, except that one was about $10,000. This one is not. So got some very special opportunities on whether you're looking for the rare museum. We work so hard to really make sure that everything is a value. It doesn't matter how rare it is. We always like to bring you those values. For example, there's a chameleon diamond here, GIA certified chameleon diamond. It's an unheard of value. So we're going to see that on the way. We've got Tahitian pearls. It's my last strand. We're going to see that one. That's a new one actually, because we've been seeing them here and there and they sell out. So we've got one more. It's got a white gold clasp, by the way, which the others had yellow. So there are some very special opportunities throughout the evening. We hope you can stay with us. There's also Alexandrite in a major wheel. We've got 3 pieces. We decided to put them all together so we could bring that price down for you in Alexandrite. They're all going to be right around a ½ carat. And then there is a larger stone as well for you tonight. So all of that and more, and requests are welcome too. We'd love to hear from you what you're looking for. I'm going to try to even make some mandarin affordable, which that is between mandarins and Paraibas. Those are the 2 that are the toughest to make affordable these days, but we're going to do it. And fire opal lovers. It was just when I last saw you guys on Monday night, it was late night Monday night, and we had a frenzy for fire opals. So what I did was wanted to put something together for everybody who loved that beautiful red saturated cherry color, but maybe didn't have the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to spend to get one. We put together a little special something that's brand new tonight, and that's coming up as well. So all the best in fire opal still, but at an incredible value. So all that and more, plus again, requests are welcome. Even 3 stone yellow diamond is here. So it's been all about the 1 single stone yellow diamonds. We're gonna bring you 3 stones matched up to give you across the hand wow factor. So all of that and anything at all you'd like to see, but there are a lot of one of a kinds, so you know the drill. Dial in as soon as you see something you like, and we'll get it to you. Take a look at our first item of the night here. Take a look at this Morganite with pink diamonds on the sides. This is a really special Morganite because it's our cushion cut peachy stone here, and it's got the 112-1709 item number, but it's actually rose gold and white gold together. So what you're seeing is that beautiful center stone, which is that light peachy pink material that we love out of the pink beryl family. But then you also happen to get that really special pink diamond weight, where those are all bezel sets. So you've got the rose gold bezel settings for all your pink diamonds. Then you've got the fabulous white gold as your backdrop. It does stay as is, as you might imagine, right? Because, well, you know, it's a pretty important piece here. But we're really excited to have this wider band, and then check this out. It's a beautiful style to wear every single day, but it's giving you a lot of versatility because it's still gonna have comfort. It tapers nicely in the back, so you don't have to worry about, you know, a wider band that's more uncomfortable to wear like some can be. We always make sure that you always get the, just as beautiful as they are, we want them to be as comfortable as they are beautiful, and that's really the idea. So with this one, 1 carat, 40 points in the pink diamonds, and it is 1 only. It stays as is. Let's size it for you, of course. And then I know this has been a very popular seller before, but keep in mind it is the last one we're going to see. So that is it. We don't have any more of the Morganites that are elongated like this cushion cut is that are going to really suffice, because you need that elongated stone to have the width that's proper for that wider band. And of course, very challenging to do anything in the pink diamond arena right now, given that you have pink diamonds, so challenging to get, and yet these are all matched up. So we've got one great value. There's only one ring. Used to be $29.99, and now it is not. Got a much better value for you here. So if you can be quick on the phone lines, you are going to be rewarded, as you always are here at TVON. So this one's going to be actually, we're going to make it $9.99 instead. Huge value, major moment here. So that if you want that pinky Morganite that we love so much, you got it, but it's going to be only $9.99 instead of where it's always been at more. So huge value if you like it. Then we've got some Tanzanite earrings. I did mention the hoops we're going to have. There's actually a drop style. Very similar to what we had the other day in that link style that we brought you. You guys remember the paperclip link Tanzanite earrings? There's a slightly different style that I have for you tonight, which is going to have even more of that link design that we love. So that's going to be coming up next for you. 18 seconds remaining. We'll see who's got this one. And remember, one only's through most of the show. I should mention there's also a couple really good Padparashas here. We've got a good one. We've actually got a top of the hour Padparascha. Actually, I may do it a little early. And we have a round unheated Padparascha. We've been seeing a couple of those. Got a new one for you here tonight, but let me know if you'd like this special Morganite with the pink diamonds. What a great combination that is. And I think that you can see the matching there is perfection. So it's definitely that pink diamond Morganite color, right? Because some Morganites look a little more peachy and some have more of a pink diamond look to them. Well, this is going to be a challenge because we've got the round stone. And then with the link, you know what I'll do? I just want to show you the round stone first here. But this is going to be that paperclip link chain that we almost see in necklaces more often. Let me show it against the hand here so you see the length. And of course, they're going to be two. They're earrings, and they start with a bezel set diamond. They're going to give you a drop that is going to be just a little over an inch here. And it'll be brand new, 1123162. We had a similar version the other day, but it had just a couple of links and wasn't quite this long. So here we go with a little bit longer, 1¼ inch length top to bottom. Post over here, and then of course there's that bezel set diamond, and then you have essentially two links that face forward that are those flattened links, so they give you a lot of color, and then the diamonds in between. And that's going to be 226 in your round Tanzanites and 11 points in diamonds. Yes, Jess? Hi. She got her what? Oh, she received it. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Well, Linda, thank you so much. First of all, hello back to you. Thank you very much for letting us know. Sounds like she received a museum reserve Tanzanite and loves it. That's always good to hear. And how can you not love them, right? I just want to show you here, though. The Tanzanite stones are going to match to perfection, and we're going to get you great value on these. So I want to get the other one up here for you now that you saw the length. And they're going to have a post and butterfly backing. And obviously, this is that really special look you're getting. And then you see that chain link. So even the diamond that's bezel set, which is done within the chain link, that is kind of like a little bit of a twist and turn. They just alternate those chain links so that even though it's kind of very much like there's a big designer right now that's doing a hardware collection where it's these really beautiful, kind of oversized U-style links, if you know what I mean. And this really reminds me of that, but with some color as well with the Tanzanite. So really cool piece, great length, not going to be that oversized, super dressy drop earring, but you can see that there's got a lot of the pinky flashes in there in that Tanzanite, and we're going to make this with, I love that there's a carat and about a carat 13 in each. I mean, that's a really good size round, and then to get both and to spend under $9,500 is even better. And this could be that beautiful piece that you have to go with everything. Now, just to show you, there's a drop later, but it's more of a hoop style. So let me give you a flash just in case you're curious and want to know, well, she said there's another Tanzanite earring, so maybe I hang on for those. This would be the other style that we have, which is still going to be that round with that diamond weight that goes really top to bottom and then around the stone. So those are coming up in a little bit, but if you like the yellow gold, go here. If you like that drop with the link style with a little extra link, go here. But are actually going to be $9.99 to get those to you. So huge value, big savings. We like to see it, and $9.99 sure beats that $9,500 plus price tag, which we would expect to see on a Tanzanite designer earring like this is. So huge moment to get them. Let me know if you'd like that one pair only. That's the big challenge here, is that we've got so many one of a kinds as per usual. So a lot of great ideas, and then we'll get to that unheated Padparadscha here. Plus we have a triple zircon ring that I just think is so really over the top designer, and we're going to look forward to seeing that one. That's a really good one. It's 3 different colors of zircon, 3 different shapes of zircon all together. So if you'd like our Tanzanites, and let me go ahead and pop one on for you as well, just so you can see what they look like lengthwise, because this is really, and again, the chain link doesn't always sit as well on its own. So let me just give you a look here at what they're going to look like from a distance, but with that inch plus in that length, and then of course it's 2 bezel set diamonds per earring that you have. And then I'll just kind of pop one on here, and it's a little more difficult to see. You know what, let me just grab a backing here. You know what, skip it. I'm going to go grab a backing here, and let me see if I can actually put them on for you, so it's a little easier to see what they're going to look like. But $9.99 gets them to you, and a huge Wednesday in store for you. So I hope you can stay with us and let the gems bring a little bit of extra sunshine to your life here, because that is what we're looking for, right? So $9.99 if you'd like them, and yellow gold only. So that will be it. So a really beautiful style to own if you'd like them. Again, there's a lot of round Tanzanites here tonight, just in earrings and a ring. So we've got plenty of matches for you. And I don't have a backing handy, so I'll just go ahead and put this on here, so you can just see what they look like from a distance away and kind of get that example of that length from when you see them from a distance there. See that bezel set, and then you've got those 2 links, but it's really 3 in total on the links there, just so you understand. So let's go back to the wheel. We'll show you a close-up of the stones, because they're over a carat piece and they look great, and they're matched in the round, so that's always important too. So we like that. And then we'll see who's got them. Again, just a little more difficult. That's why earrings are such a challenge here, right? It's not easy to show all these drop earrings on a wheel, because they don't like to sit that way. But this is where, again, we got to the values. You get the idea of what they're going to look like on. You've got that money back guarantee. And then here's what we're going to do with zircons. We're going to show you this really cool ring. And it's just, this is really where designer jewelry gets really its best reputation, right? Of doing unique things. Not all designer jewelry has to be basic, been there, done that styles. We can see designers that do really cool things too, really unusual things, but this is really more than just a designer piece. It's really bespoke and custom made, and you can tell it is. Even if you don't know the first thing about the stones or the first thing about jewelry, I think everybody knows when they see a piece that's specialty, you know why it is. And that in this case is because it's this array of 3 stones that are still within the same family. So they're going to give you a beautiful brilliance. They're actually double refractive. So this is a really, it's an interesting gem that suddenly the whole world is starting to take notice of. And it's ironic because it's been around longer than any other gem. It's 1113.854. So this will start with your white zircon at the top, and obviously multiple ways to wear it. And we'll show you. It's kind of like a bouquet of stones, right? Just the way, same way you would do a bouquet of different florals, and you'd arrange them together to put them together, and often have those colors mix and blend and then all be together to make this beautiful collection. It's the same thing that happened here. It's just you're getting individual really important stones. You've got the Asher cut, which is your colorless zircon, which is very diamond-like, of course. Then you have that beautiful round blue, and that is very sizable, I must say. It's a really good size round zircon. And then you've got, of course, the pink, which is one of the newer ones as well, as far as the discovery of the pinky raspberry tone varieties. That's out of Ceylon, only discovered in 2020. So really kind of new to get those pinks, and all put together. They just work. 3 different cuts, 3 different colors, but all the same gem family. And then we've got the diamonds noticed between them. So you're still getting your diamonds, right? To represent what we love in beautiful sparkle on the sides. And they put that one big stone right between your round and your oval. There's just one ring, stays in the white gold. That means a big value is headed your way. And then we've got a brand new Padparadscha that is part of this unheated Padparadscha collection we've been bringing of late, which is very exciting because they've been all flying because the prices have been so good on one of the rarest stones in the world. So we're excited about that. But this one's going to go $266 on the Asher, $357 on the round. Let me give you a good look at that one. And then you're getting the $283 in that pink oval, which is just that raspberry pinky red, which looks so amazing. And then see how they added one diamond on this side, a couple of diamonds on that side, and then the one right between the pink and the blue like that. So here's what it looks like on. So really, just again, it's a large ring, right? You get that presence there, and it's just such a beautiful bouquet of colors, flashes, fires. It's only $888. So that is, I think, the real headline here is not just the beauty and the rarity of the ring, but the fact it's under $900 to get, really, when you add it all up, you're getting pretty close to 10 carats of material here in just the zircons alone, plus your 15 points in diamonds. And as long as you like the white gold, we can get it in your size, ready to go right out to you. And then you're enjoying one really unusual ring that is only going to be unique to you. So that's really exciting. And then, of course, zircons being one of the most, it's the oldest identified gem. So it goes back 4.4 billion years. So it's really got a history, but it seems like right now in this era of exotics, we're seeing a lot of attention paid. It's gone. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and get to our Padparadscha. As I noted, there have been a couple of really rare, oh my goodness, this one is just perfect. It really is. It's the pink and orange blend that we look for and that we want ideally. And that means 50-50, and then it's a round cut and all of that, and it's 1123256, brand new right now in the floral ring with all the pave petals around it. And then you consider it is an unheated stone. So we have to really just, again, make sure everyone understands why that is so significant. Because most sapphires, and I know sapphires, you usually think of blues probably first and foremost, right? This is a 79-point Padparadscha. It has the 66 points in diamonds. It looks fantastic. But it's also going to be one of the tougher stones to get in the world even when it's heated, as 99% of sapphires are. They are heated. All it does is what it's going to do is take the natural color and beauty of a sapphire, no matter what its color, whether it's blue, yellow, orange, green, any of the colors, pinks, and of course pods as well. It takes the natural color, and heating is going to do two things for the world of sapphire. It's usually going to bring out the best color, and it's going to negate some of the natural inclusions or silk in the stone. That's very common with this really important sapphire stone. But this stone is unheated. So it didn't need any of that. It's that beautiful, rare gem with those two colors blended together without even the help of heating. And it's very clean on that note as well, which is really unusual. And then the floral in the rose gold. Stays in rose gold, so you do have to love it in the rose, but I will say it's a great combination when you have this particular ratio of the pink and the orange together. It makes sense to have that rose gold because it's really bringing out the tones of that sapphire. And it's one of the rarest. We know the only way to get a rare sapphire would be either two ways, maybe an unheated color changing stone, because some sapphires change color, or perhaps maybe you're looking at some of the winsas we've had of Tanzania where there are two colors present at the same time that are more segmented. Those would be your two options. But this is really that lotus blossom color that we know and love, that really special, unique color. It's tough to find, and we have got it for you at a heck of a value. It's not even $39.99. Let me try it on if you've never seen this piece before. This is one of the more wearable florals, because I know florals can sometimes get a little over the top. They can get really big and robust, and they're, going to be that bigger. Sometimes they go, 2 finger sizes across the hand. This really is just a really simple, elegant way to wear a floral, but all the detail is there. All the pave is there. All the really, I will say there's even a little elevation to the way the petals actually turn over. So if you want to actually add something like wonder rings, pink diamonds, etc., you can do that too if you want to add a little more to the vase and the foundation of the ring. So there's a little bit of elevation, just the way the petals wrap around, so you can consider doing that as well. But it's not even going to be $2,000, and none of our unheated Padparadschas have been sticking around. And then I've only got one other Padparadscha a little bit later. It's an oval, and it's much smaller. It's going to be, what was it? It was a 46 pointer. So this is a really good way to get what is still the look of a 1 carat. 79 points is substantial, we know that. And then you've got this fabulous way to get it in a designer mounting yet again. And we're going to make it better than even $19.99. So all you have to do is dial in if you'd like it, because there is obviously just the one. And we know that, and we understand that about all these rare sapphires, but you have got a chance to pick it up for less than even, it's not going to be $19, $18, or $17.99. So come on in early, because you know how these Padparadschas, that's why we're showing it so early in the show, is because there's naturally going to be a lot of people thinking about something this rare that we hardly ever see just until the last couple of days. So how about this one for $1,699 only? And that would be, I think, the most affordable Padparadscha we've had in some time. It would be challenging to ever get a stone that goes lower in price than that, especially when you're getting all these extra levels of rare, like, again, the round cut and the unheated material. That's very important. So don't forget, we're going to get to our Amertrine shortly. Got that one coming up. Another Padparadscha is here. Might as well just give this one away. And we'll go back to back on them, and then we'll be done with our Padparadschas, because I do have, maybe, for example, maybe the rose gold is an issue, right? Maybe you want the white gold or the yellow gold. I've got an option where you have that gold choice. So let's give you 112328 right now, because this is still one of those stones that everybody should have in their collection, especially for sapphire lovers, but it's tough to find. Now here it is. Another perfect blend. I mean, honestly, the colors are pretty spot on here as far as the same round to the oval, but this is a bit smaller, but you've got a classic mounting. So maybe that's where you want to go. Classic mounting with 63 points in diamonds. It is a 46 point center on 112-3258. And the floral design is still here, but I know that you probably want to see both options before making a decision. And this one's going to be an extremely affordable way to get a 46 point Padparadscha, keeping in mind that it's still unheated. So we're still in that category of rare, extra rare as a matter of fact. You've got the unheated stone here. It is 112-3258. I know it's brand new, and I know we're going back to back on Padparadscha. So very rarely would you expect to ever see the day when you can see two all in one fell swoop like this. You're just going to get both options. This is everything we have that's brand new tonight. So it's pick the floral ring or pick this one if you'd like to go a little more straightforward and simple and classic. This will certainly do it because you've got that beautiful 63 point diamond mounting. This is that double halo with the diamonds down the sides. So it keeps that classic edge to it, really makes it wearable. Any gold you want, whereas the last one had to be in the rose, right? The rose ring in the rose gold. This is white, yellow, or rose gold. So you can make that choice. My preference would be it is the white gold that makes such a great combination here. But when you're getting a unique stone, like again, one that has these two colors together, and then you're getting it in this great oval and it's unheated, take a look at it. It's going to be very affordable just because we want to make sure it goes quickly here so we can get to all the other goodies that we have today. But it's not going to be that $29.99. It's supposed to be tonight. So it doesn't mean brand new has to be a little higher price. Everyone thinks that, right? You think, oh, it's brand new. It's got to be, you know, it won't go on sale till it's been there for about 6 months. That's not the truth. We've got a really brand new What's Wednesday show. We always call it What's New Wednesday, right? And it's all the brand new is here, but it's just going to be really stinking affordable because that's how we got to kind of roll with it. So as we get into a really special opportunity on Pod, come on in early. We're going to blow it out. I promise you that. It is that perfect. You see how I wish I had a pink or an orange sapphire to show you, but I think your mind can probably come up with an image. Pink sapphires are usually a true, like, you know, pretty classic pink or hot pink, and then the orange look more like a mandarin garnet typically with some browns in it. This is really the blend of. So if you needed a little bit of help on, you know, determining, okay, so what exactly is a Padparadscha? This is really that beautiful blend where you get that pinky golden, almost like what we'd see from a really, really good imperial, or what we can see from a really good Morganite sometimes, but it's in a sapphire, which gives you more durability than everything I just talked about. That's a big, I think, a huge advantage when it comes to sapphire, right? Is that it gives you durability, which most stones do not. And I'm talking about durability enough to wear every day. There's a lot of stones that are durable, but 7, there's a big difference between a 7 on the Mohs scale and a 9. And this is the 9 on the Mohs scale. So it's just under diamonds. All your sapphires, all your rubies are just under diamonds. So I think there's a lot of people who want to wear sapphires every day for that reason, that you never have to worry about it. Let's take a look at it on before I will drop this price. And I was thinking, you know what? We had this one at $19.99 at the lowest. Here's the issue. I just brought a slightly larger stone with about the same diamond weight, even less. So what I'm going to do is this. We're going to do something highly unusual. We're 22 minutes into a Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the auction block, and we're going to see how this works, because I just don't see the logic behind a $19.99 price, as good as that is, when we've already had the lead-in that we did with the rounds. So here's what I'm thinking we do. We adjust the pricing via the auction because that's the way we can get around that $19.99 price tag and make it better for you. But I'm also going to do better than even $19.99, or even, what do we do on the last one, $16.99? Here's what I'll do. We'll try to save you as much as we can because we know how rare this stone is. It's not a stone that a lot of people ever have the chance to own, let alone the advantage of its accessibility. That's the hard part. Again, that's the hard part. It's not actually affording it, because there's a lot of collectors out there that have funds set aside to get the collectible stones. It's finding the collectible stones. When they're really rare like this, especially with the unheated, it's where do you even find it? You go into a jewelry store, where are they going to have Padparadscha's? Are they going to have Padparadscha sections? No, because there are no two stones really alike. That's the first issue, which is why chain stores and stores with numerous locations, which are most, can't carry something if they can't bring you consistency in every one of their locations. That's the big advantage with, again, TVON. You have those opportunities where you can get a true, beautiful one only. And we're going to start less than $1,600 or less than even $1,500. I really want to help you own it if you are a Padparadscha lover. And it's so exciting to get to such big exotics here so early in our show like we're doing. But it's not even going to be 15, 14, 13, 12, or 11 because I'm aware we don't have a lot of viewers until we really get into the late parts of hour number 1 and hour number 2. So this is when it's a really opportune time for you to participate in an auction, especially when we're starting less than $1,100. Let's take a look at it. Come on over, and we'll start at $1,000 to open instead, and then we'll bring you a $10 increment as well, and that should make it a lot more affordable than I think any other Padparadscha we've ever seen, because here we just had a $16.99 version that I don't think we've ever been able to do anything like before. So huge opportunity here, $1,000 to get it started. And again, come on in. You never know. You could end up walking away with a really important stone for very, very, very little money. And that's kind of the exciting part of having an auction here just so early in the show, is that you're not going to have a lot of competition. You're not going to have anywhere near what you normally would. And that's an advantage to you as well. So bring in the rare, bring in the unusual, love the choice of the gold color and the size, of course. And all that's happening for $1,000 to get it started. We'll give it 60 seconds to get that going. And then we'll march on. We have the big Alexandrite wheel. It's just 3 of them, but they're all really, really good stones. So we'll see those. Got some great Alexandrites for you. They're going to be nice and affordable. And we have a cat's eye Alexandrite as well, and some aquamarines as we continue to celebrate the best aquas in the world from the month of March, as we've been doing. There is a round Paraiba here too. That is one of our more affordable ways to get a Paraiba ring in your collection. And there's a true Fawn diamond. Not a champagne that's pretending to be a Fawn diamond. I'm talking about a true pinky fawn. I don't know about you guys, but that looks pure pink to me. So it looks exactly like the $70,000 pink diamond, except it's in a better mounting. So we have that one coming up, and that'll be coming up shortly. But I feel like we've been doing a lot of pinks and a lot of peachy and oranges and pinks. So let's get to something else quickly, and then we'll go ahead. You know what? If anybody wants this, we just went through a whole 60-second clock with no open at $1,000. And that mounting, I don't know if anyone cares, but there are diamonds at 63 points. So I know it's pretty much the headline is the stone, but if you're curious, the mounting goes for more. So there's a nice value just on the mounting as it is. Let's take it even lower. Let's just blow it out. We'll do it $9.99 real quick to the first caller who says yes, because we can't let that one stay here. We already have the Padparadscha in the round still available for you. We'll just make this even lower so you don't have to compete with any of your fellow shoppers. Come on in and take a look, and we'll just make that easy peasy and $9.99 only. So one caller takes it. Good luck. And then we'll show you I'm thinking we're going to show you that cat's Alexandrite double phenomenon stone. And then we're going to show you the Fawn diamond. So I know that's probably why the lines just lit up too, is y'all saw that pink diamond and said, I want that. I want that pink diamond, and I know she's not going to charge me $70,000 or $80,000 like that other big one they have that's 1 carat. And no, we are not. So that'll be coming up shortly. We're going to get to the cat's Alexandrite right after this. So verifying on the Padparadscha right now. We'll see who's got it. And that's going to be it. Final 30 seconds on our Padparadscha. Good luck. And that is, yes. Let's try it on again. Sure. Here it is on the hand one more time. This mounting is a pretty big classic. If you've watched our show before, you probably are well versed in this mounting. You know it's our 63 point stab. Oh, okay. The round as well. Thank you so much. The round and the floral just sold also. So the 66 point is gone, and the 46 point is verifying right now. We'll see who's got it. Congratulations if you do. And then cat's Alexandrite time, followed by that true, I mean, really, is it a Fawn diamond? It's pretty much pink. So we'll show that. That's coming up right after the next piece. So we're going to get to that shortly. I just want to break up our colors a little bit because we've been in that pink space for a moment. So this is the Padparadscha. Let's see who's got that one. About 13 seconds left to see it here one more time up close. And then we are on our way. Got some really special pieces that are just very, very, very special because they're unique, but really well priced, as we're going to see coming up next with 112-0013. So call me on that Padparadscha. Again, the round just sold as well. Still have the Tanzanite drop earrings if you'd like to get those, and the Morganite from the very first part of the show. But let's get to our cat's Alexandrite, because this is, we were just talking about durability, and this one is too. We're kind of going down the line on the Mohs scale. We have diamonds at 10, which pretty much every ring that we have features, right? Sapphires and rubies at 9. And then this would be an 8.5 on the Mohs scale. And oh my, it's not just a cat's eye chrysoberyl. It's not just an Alexandrite, it is both. It is a twofer. It is giving you two of the rarest stones because a cat's eye chrysoberyl is rare and so is an Alexandrite, and y'all know that. But this is truly 2 in 1. This is rare. We sometimes see the milk and honey stones, which have the cat's eye chatoyancy, but they're more golden in their color. And then we will see later on tonight, we're going to see some Alexandrites. Alexandrites that are just Alexandrites, which is odd to say because that's a pretty rare stone, just Alexandrite. It's one of the rarest stones in the world. It changes color from blue-green to red. But what I have here is the cat's eye Alexandrite. So it's going to have, you see it plain as day, the chatoyancy that runs right down the center, but it also has a subtlety to the color change. So it's going to also be that blue-green to red if you change from one light to another. So from fluorescent to incandescent and back and forth, it goes. This is an 86-point stone. It's a round. So that's special as it is. But then you get this diamond bridge. Yes, it is the bridge where you have the 2 rows that run side to side and underneath, and then that big halo right around your cat's eye Alexandrite. And what a glow to that cat's eye, I must say. That's really important because some of the cat's eyes can be a bit wonky, right, where they're just a little bit off, or they're a little bit diagonal, or they're not actually glowing that much. This one's really that beautiful lit from within kind of glow, which is phenomenal in and of itself. So again, chatoyancy and color change, and here we go with a great value. This is unexpected. 95 points in diamonds in that bridge. So we would never, ever really expect the price tag I'm about to give, which is why I'm telling you, maybe you want to come in early because we might surprise you with this one, and here it is on the hand. You actually, we're going to do this one in white gold, and I'll tell you why we recommend that so strongly. It's because you see it here from a distance and from up close. You see the chatoyancy itself has almost that, it's like a little bit of a blue glow. It's almost like a blue, silvery, white glow, almost like a platinum color, if you will. So that really, I think, suits it well to have the match in the white gold with the white diamonds, which is why we opted to have the white diamonds kind of run every which direction, side to side, around the stone, all of that. But it's a big mounting. And just like the mounting we just had with 63 points in our pod, we ended up pricing something less than the mounting would ever be by itself on its own. The same thing is about to happen right here, and you're getting a full finished undergallery throughout. There it is from the inside of the back, and of course the inside of the front looks very much like most of our bridge mountings, where you see that's obviously necessary because that's where your diamonds are running. It's like a ring that is basically underneath another ring. It's within a ring, if you will, but it doesn't move. It's not complicated to wear. It's just about giving you something with a deluxe kind of detail that makes it so designer, but it's one only. And it's also not going to be $29.99. That already is a great value. I don't think anyone's going to challenge that. But the idea is, if we can move these prices down, we can move through a lot more jewelry, show you more, make it up in volume, as they like to say, right? That's always the theoretical purpose of dropping prices and showing you more. But the truth is, it's just going to be a really insanely good under-cost deal. And you get a stone that I bet you, for the most part, most of our collectors and shoppers don't yet have. So that's also important, and it's not going to be even $19.99. This is truly rare, and I know we have those 3 faceted stones coming up that won't have chatoyancies. So if that's what you're in the market for, you can stay with us, but they're also going to be smaller. They're going to be the ½ carats and under. This is a larger near 1 carat stone that I can tell you looks all day long like a 1 carat. That's usually what that mounting accommodates, and it's not even $19, $18, $17, or $16.99. So it's only getting better, and yet, if you don't have this, try it. It still would qualify as a June birthstone, by the way, because Alexandrite is, and this is still an Alexandrite. I wouldn't say that about the cat's eye chrysoberyl, but the fact this is cat's eye Alexandrite, I say it qualifies. So you've got rarity beyond, super important stone, and all that decadence of the diamonds every which way. It's not even $16, $15, or $14.99. So there it is again, where bingo, we're down below the price of the mounting by itself. If you wanted that as a semi-mount, you're gonna pay more. And yet here we are where the rarity is really in the stone. We love our VS diamonds. We love a lot of gold weight, but the rarity is in that stone. There's no doubt. And it's not even $14.99 to get it to you. So this is already one of those, okay, what are they doing on a Wednesday night? Because I thought it was Monday nights that were the markdowns. Well, we really carry that through every show we do. We're known for value. We're here for value. Let's make it even better. Let's make it $1,399. And yes, the Fawn, that pinky fawn, is coming up next. So if you want to go ahead and get on the phone lines right now, you may. because that's probably the only way to get your hands on it is by being ready to go before we even present it to you. Because once that goes on the air, it is going to be a lot of people fighting over that one ring because it's a colossal pink fawn. We're calling it fawn just to be very specific, but it really is more pink than anything else. And it's coming up, and it's going to be insanely affordable for what this is, because you know what happens when you get 1 carat pink diamonds. We are actually blessed to have a few of them here, but they're $60,000 and $70,000 and $80,000, and they won't budge from there. Here's what we're going to do with a even better mounting, I would say, than what we typically do with our pink diamonds, where you're getting pink and white diamonds around it. I don't know what our wheel's doing, so bear with me here. It's kind of doing its own little dance up here and, you know, going to town. But here we are. So this is going to be our pink diamond, really, that we're calling fawn. But I don't see any brown to it. Do you guys see any brown at all? Do you see any champagne tones at all? Because usually that is where the fawns struggle. They're usually going to be, it is defined as a champagne diamond with a little kiss of pink. This is pretty much maybe pink completely through and through with a kiss of champagne. Although I don't see visual browns at all. The item number is 1122910. What I wouldn't give to have a whole bucket full of these to give everyone the chance to own something this specialty. I'm really going to call it a pinky fawn because it's definitely weighing towards that pink variety. There's very little brown, if any at all, visually. We have heard the story before, and it's not even with this stone necessarily, but we've had the instances before where shoppers at TVON have purchased a fawn diamond, taken it to appraisers, taken it to literally diamond experts, and they have classified them as pink diamonds and appraised them as pink diamonds because the pink was so overwhelming. Well, I would not be surprised at all if that's the case with this one, and it's a 102 stone. VS quality, oval brilliant cut, 37 points in pink diamonds first, and then that outer halo of 72 points in white diamonds. I would say that this one would more than likely, if you did choose to get it appraised, which is certainly an option, I really think that you're going to find that any good gem diamond, let's say aficionado, is going to classify that as a pink. It really is extraordinary. But we are, just to be clear, we all understand that a pink diamond in 1 carat would be a lot more than even the $17,999 we have attached to this piece tonight. And don't worry, I'm going to scrap that price. So we're making it a lot more affordable for you. And all you can do, there's nobody on the phone lines yet. All you can do is call. I mean, obviously it's $18,000 now, but when have I ever left a price where it was supposed to be? I'm giving you a value because that is what we do. That is why you tune in. That's what you want. You want the finest in jewelry. You want exotics and collectibles, and you want them for giveaway prices. That's what we vowed to do. And how about getting a carat 09 in those diamonds around it? So yeah, a carat 09 plus a carat 02, 211 total. And this stone is everything. Let's try it on, show you the size, because it is a pretty large oval style ring. Overall, there it is from a distance away, and we have just one. So if you're enjoying it, and it is all natural, so if you're wondering what is a fawn diamond, and can we add just pinky fawn to it, maybe just because it just doesn't look like our other fawn diamonds. Our other fawn diamonds look very brown, and then they have maybe a little bit of pink. This is really pink that has a little bit of champagne, if at all. So I really think we need to emphasize that, because just by seeing the word fawn, you've seen many fawns before if you've watched our show, and they're all natural stones still. That doesn't mean it's got some tricky, weird treatment. They're natural. They're from the Argyle mine. They were all part of one private collection of stones by one of the miners. Actually was able to collect it over the course of years, save it. He collected it, he saved it, and then eventually it got here to us, and we could not be more proud to have it. But this stone is truly, I've only seen, I really think there have only been 2 other stones here in our history that have ever given us this level of pink variety. And that's what's so exciting about this one. Call me and you'll love it. It's not even $79.99. I promise you, this is one of those bigger values of what we do all time. It is truly, it's kind of like, I liken this a lot to the Congos we've been seeing of late. We've been seeing the Congolese tourmalines that look like Paraibas, and they've been going so quickly because they have nowhere near the price of Paraiba. And everyone's been loving them just because they do give you that look, and then there's the prospect that maybe one day it's determined they do have copper. Okay, great. This is the same kind of thing. It is a fawn that is really miscategorized because it's leading with the pinks, no doubt about it. So it gives you the overwhelming pinks. It's not going to be $79.99. Again, always dial in early. You can always hang up if it's not for you, but you don't want to be, the mistake of waiting and being second, third, fourth is not going to help anybody out, right? The second, third, fourth callers, unfortunately, there's not even a consolation prize, right? There's one piece. There's one piece, one opportunity, one moment, one caller. So it's not going to be 79, 69, 59, or 49, and now we're just getting silly low because no matter what color diamond it is, it should never be a price like $49.99 for a 1 carat 02 natural color of diamond. But we're actually going lower than that. And you don't have to pay $49, and you don't have to be $39.99, and that is about as pure a pink. I would be happy. I know I think they're actually on a plane right now, but the 1 carat pink diamonds we've had are headed towards museums, right? And if I was able to put the 1 carat pink diamonds, the $70,000 ones we have a 102, we have a 109. If I put them side by side, I think a lot of people would actually choose this one because it's got a little greater saturation. And that's the important part. It's not even $39.99. Take it as is. It's how it stays. It's going to be the white and the rose gold there. And we're going to blow it out right now for just $2,999 to get it when there is all that diamond weight overall, over 2 carats. But it's really about that center stone. It is gone. Congratulations. Let's get to our diaspore here that is coming up, and that is a wise shopper over there. Beat out everyone else. Let me see if we can clean this one up for you. It's 1122683, a diaspore that is going to be the color-changing one-source variety out of Turkey. Take a look. Now it looks better. Yeah. Okay, this stone typically also has we call it golden green, but usually when those colors blend, sometimes it ends up looking a little brown. This stone, far from it. It is a 260, so it's got a nice large size to it, and actually that's a cushion cut. I know it may look a bit like an oval because of really the way it's framed in the diamonds, but it is a cushion cut with a very subtle corner to it. And then it's set at a slight angle because so is the mounting. That's the intention there, is this mounting has a little bit of a curvature to the way the double halo is done and to the way the sides of the band rotate so that you're really getting this unique look here. And it's a 260. It has a diamond weight of a carat 03. And I'm telling you, we're marking this one way down as well. And I know you're already seeing bright greens and then the visual pinks, which normally you wouldn't see until it's actually in a different light entirely, right? That's what you got to do. It's a color changing gem. We've already been lucky enough to see one today in the Alexandrite, but this is a one source color changing stone. Has a lot of different trade names it goes by these days, but we go by the gemological name, color changing Turkish diaspore. It may not be as sexy as Sultanite or Zarite, and whatever the industry eventually agrees on, eventually one day that's what we'll all kind of, but with so many different trade names floating around, it's just important that you know that it's the same material, yet what you would do is if you are shopping it under the trade name, that means it's some of the newer collected material, which means it's also going for a lot more money per carat than what ours is. And that's really the difference maker. So if you're looking for a huge savings, and I know you are because you could be shopping anywhere right now, but you're here with us because you probably love that quality and value and understand that there's a bonus in getting each together at the same time and not just having to pay more for good jewelry and less for not so good, right? You get everything here. And there's a 103 diamond weight, which is really exquisite. Take a look at this because we're also going to make sure it's really affordable, not $39.99 anymore, which was our old price. Now we get to do something brand new and give you a huge celebration of the stone we love that we don't have very often, that is going very quickly, and that's what it looks like on. So you can see how it's intentionally set at a little bit of an angle, but still really classic, just a little bit of a curve there to the way the double halo wraps around it. And it's not even going to be $39.99. Actually, $2,000 is already half off, and it's not staying there. We've got a much, much better value. So this is how we make magic happen. And it is a magical stone. It's the appropriate word because I think that phenomenal stones, they're kind of like Mother Nature's magic, aren't they? The fact they're able to do something extraordinary with the light. I don't know if there's anything cooler than a color-changing stone. Play of color is cool. Chatoyancies are cool, right? That's all neat stuff. But this is it's a different level of rarity. And it's not even $19.99. It's going to go. There's a full carat plus in diamonds. You can also change the gold color. So if you want the richness of the yellow gold as the backdrop, which would be lovely with the golden tones you have, that's up to you. But it's also not even $1,500 This is crazy good, and we're making it $14.99 to the very first caller, and another one-of-a-kind, really special piece in the markdowns is going to find its way out. There's a super special winsa, by the way. We talked about those earlier with the Padparadscha. We talked about winsas. We have a very cool winsa sapphire, which is that dual bicolor stone. And then we've got still the cat's eye Alexandrite is here if you'd like to get that one. Plus, we're going to show you the Paraiba in the bridge, which is the round. But this one has got to go. We're going to give it 30 seconds. And then if you're the collector of the rare, go for this one. Beautiful colors. You're already seeing the pinks. Usually on this angle from this light, you're only going to see the goldens and the greens typically. So it's very special that it's already giving you flushes of those pink and purples that normally, remember, it's going to go entirely to that color when you're in an incandescent light. It's a little shocker that that's there at $14.99. So there is a Paraiba, and before you change the channel and go, don't tempt me with those $25,000 pieces anymore. Well, I'm going to show you 11200005, and it's here. And this one's going to fly because you are looking at the stone to embrace for a collector who says, I need perfection. And whether money is of no object, or maybe it is a little bit of something you've got to just pay a little attention to. This is a nearly 1 carat stone. You will not get over this price tag. I know this is one of the most expensive stones in the world, and it still hasn't even matched a ceiling yet. Hasn't even hit its highest level of pricing yet. I've been selling it since 2004 and collecting it myself. Really excited about, the prospect of getting this material. If you can, do it. It's my advice. People ask me all the time, I want to invest in one great stone. What would you recommend? Is it a diamond? Is it a colored stone? Is it a garnet? There's a lot of rare stones we offer on the daily. This is the one I say time and time and time again, because this is the one that even with fancy colored diamonds the way they are, more scarce now than they have been historically, there's still a little more available and out there. And if you've got a certain bit of wealth, you can find one and get one. This is a different deal because they're gone. There were 3 sources. They're all mined out. They've been mined out for some time. There wasn't a lot of yield from any one of the 3 sources, so it's really challenging to find. And the more difficult part is that in the last few years, knowing what the industry is, where it's at, all the people that do have them, I got to admit, I'm part of the problem because I'm not a gem dealer. I don't have buckets and parcels of Paraiba, but I do have a collection, and I won't part with mine. And you shouldn't. If you have some at home, whether they are newer acquisitions or you got them maybe a couple of decades ago like when I did, then keep them. Hold on to them. Really, truly, because you think they're worth a lot now? Wait till you see what happens and how they amass even greater value as you own them for another 2, 3, 4, whether it's years or decades. Keep them in the family, keep them as the heirloom. They are stunningly rare. And so if you can get one, which tonight's going to afford us the opportunity to get a beautiful bright round, it is perfection in every way. You can't find a flaw in it. It's got that really perfect turquoise blue color that we want, right? You see it there. It's just bright. It's super neon where it's going to glow, watch this, even in the darkness. Full light versus darkness. And it still just doesn't stop the power of that stone. 97 points is a big stone too. So you get the round, you get that beautiful cut, 99 points in the diamond bridge. This is like the other bridge we saw earlier, except it's also got diamonds top and bottom. And we only have this one. And I know it might seem like an enormous piece to put up this early in a Wednesday night, but there is a rhyme, there really is. There's a method to the madness, guys, and there really is a reason for it. And it's happening right now because it's an unbelievable value. So make sure you're dialing in early because that's exactly what just happened on the Fawn. Nobody else even had a chance at it because the caller who wanted it knew it and they called in right away. And they didn't give anyone else a chance. They were on the line before anyone else was. And it was gone before we even got to the final price. The same thing could very well happen here when there's a $14,999 ring at stake. And it's white gold, only stays as is. I'm going to show it to you on the hand. You can still add things to it if you want to. It's got great finishing all the way around. We saw this earlier. This was a bridge, much like what we saw with the cat's eye Alex. So you've got a similar look, except again, more diamonds here. And there it is. Look at that glow of that stone. It just does not stop with the bright turquoise neons. And that's exactly what you want it to be. And here's what we'll do. I'm going to make it really, really affordable right now. This is Paraiba, so there's only so affordable it gets. And usually that is $14,999 even here. But tonight's that night. Got to make sure we get everything, no matter how special, how rare, how unusual, how crazy good it already is in value. We got to make sure they go. So instead of even 14,000 or 10, promised you a deal. We've got to top the hour in 10 minutes. You don't want to miss that, but this is going to be the value of a lifetime. So call me right now because there's just nothing that's going to top that round. And do you know that's the only round we have? There's nothing smaller. There's nothing larger. So this is the way, if you are somebody who admires the round, and a lot of us gem collectors do, because we know how much more valuable that shape adds, it adds an inherent value to your stone. So it's not just about carat weight, guys. It's the same 4 C's we think about with diamonds, we think about with colored stones as well. What is the cut? What is the carat weight? What is the color? What is the clarity? Those all apply and matter when it comes to Paraiba as well. Yet this is not going to be even $10,000. $99.99, not your price. Doing better than that for you as well. So there's an option here. And it's going to go, we know that. And remember, there's just, tell us what size you need. But it's not for the faint of heart. I got to try it on again. This is just unheard of to see this kind of glow. And it's amazing how when you get a really, really top tier Paraiba, you don't need a gigantic size. You don't need a 1.5 carat. You don't need a 2 carat. Granted, that's about as big as we have here is 228, right? It's about as big as they get. But you don't need it because nobody's looking at anything beyond just the inherent neon and color it gives. It's not 99, 89, 79, 99. Got to skip all that. Got to make it a lot better for you. Right here, right now, first caller situation, I just can't get over. It's a diamond cut round, so it's not just about taking the neon, it's about how the cutting throws that light, throws that neon to your eye. Everybody gets to see that brightness. It's almost like this color you don't even want to stare at too long because it's almost like looking at the sun, right? It's just too much. It's making such an impact, and it's not even $7,000, $6,000, or $5,000. We're making it $49.99 to the very first caller. And I would do about anything to get that stone in my collection. So it really is one for the ages. Really, truly, if you've been waiting for one and you got, you know, a little bit more of a budget where $20,000 and $25,000 doesn't work, this is, you're not giving up anything. You're spending so much less, and you're really not giving up any of the quality that you look for. But you're getting for under $5,000, which I don't have too many Paraibas that do that. So here's the chance to pick it up, and just under a carat, my goodness, that's a good size. So that will be one that I would ask you to think about. Then we've got a chameleon diamond marked down as well. That's going to be a bigger 68 pointer. I've got a big ruby. We've really, what's great about this particular lineup tonight is it's super diverse. I mean, we'll have a couple round Tanzanites, but we have got a little bit of everything tonight. From the chameleons to the Tahitians to the ruby to the aquas, we're going to see it all. So we're not just going to stay with one category. We like to mix it up. So that's $49.99 and verifying. We'll see who's got it. There is an imperial topaz, but probably best to see this gorgeous aqua. Because the second I laid my eyes on this aquamarine, I thought, I'm not kidding you, I thought I was looking at a sapphire. And I know we don't have a lot of big blue sapphires either, but this aqua is beyond. And we spoil you every day we have them. Because all we ever see are Sierra Santa Marias, yet this stone is so many steps up in saturation level from what we've even, and I know we've spent the last couple of days here of March showcasing them in large quantities. I've had quite a few Sierra Santa Marias in my shows here since March started, and this is just one we've been saving here. 112-3238 is something special, isn't it? It's a cushion cut square, first of all. So you've got that really, it's another unusual collection cut. And it is just pure, bright blues. It's a big size, 3 carats 54 is your carat weight. Isn't that amazing? Keeping it clean and simple with the double halo, really wrapping around the perfect shape of that stone. I don't know, March is here. This is the birthstone for this month. We are all about the Sierra Santa Marias, but this is 106 in diamonds to go with it. It is a step up in color from what we even typically see, even in the small sizes, where we expect the smaller sizes should just give us more color. There is nothing that can rival what this stone is doing. And I would love to have a collar right away because the cutting's so pretty too. Let's take a look at it on the hand. I think you're gonna like this, but I got one. You know, that's how this goes with the Aquamarines and the big sizes, and we've sold out of, gosh, what did we start? The weekend started and we had 3 of them in 6 carat sizes. The following day, I brought 3 more in 3 carat sizes. Well, now, here's the one that we couldn't even put on that wheel because this color is just a standalone color. This color's out on an island all by itself and is that really, really, really good tropical island that everybody wants to go to that's the destination of the world. It's that one because that's got the beautiful, bright, rich, saturated color. So it's not going to be, and we need a collar here because this one, I'm making some miracles happen tonight with these values. Already did with the Paraiba, yet that one's still verifying, so we're waiting to see who's got it. But this is not that time to sit back and say, well, I suppose I'll just wait. These are the kind of pieces that go. If it was still $14,999, I can say wholeheartedly, you can wait a couple months, it'll probably still be here. But the fact that it's not, and I'm not asking for $15,000 or anywhere near that tonight, that's what really is the motivating factor behind getting these pieces gone and fast. This is why they go. This is why people shop the shows live, because if you don't shop the shows live, you never get the one-of-a-kinds. It's as simple as that. The real shoppers, the true jewelry lovers and collectors, they know. The sentiment is always the same. I can't miss a live show because if I miss even a few minutes, I'm going to miss something special. I'm going to miss something rare, and you know that you can't. So this is the way to get it. And then these values, $49.99, it's not going to be either. So far, $10,000 off. That usually would get the job done. But instead, we're going even lower for you. It's not going to be $49.99. I want to make this price like every other stone should be priced. So even though it's that extra level up, that extra premium quality, we're not going to ask any more than we would for any other piece. And so $49.99 still kind of puts it above that range we usually see in pricing. So let me bring it down to make it totally normal. And you get the extraordinary and you pay for the ordinary. And that's what we love. That's kind of that quality and value thing, right? Yep, get the higher quality, spend very little to get it, let's blow it out. As a matter of fact, I can show you a different aquamarine because I have one here that's brand new tonight. Let me just, because sometimes it's hard to gauge one color from the other, but there's a different color here than there is to the pear shape to the cushion. So keep that in mind. Both Sierra Santa Maria, but there is a step up in this color right here. And look at that from all the angles. Never wavers. Never gets dull, never does it become more colorless. We're not even asking for $49.39 or even $29.99. Aqua lovers. I've got one. It's our epitome of aqua color here, and it's only $2,499 to the very first caller. So that will be it. And you get the carat of 6 in diamonds to go with it as well. We've got about 4 minutes to our top of the hour, and we've got just a couple pieces available from the first hour. It would be the pieces we started with. Oh, you know, the people, you know, who weren't with us in the beginning, which is some of you, you know, the first and second items of the day always stick around, it seems like. And we've got also the Cat's Eye Alex and the Paraiba, but the Paraiba is verifying. So here we are. Now we've got 3 callers all talking about this one. It's first caller to say yes, we'll get it. Yes, we can change the gold on this one. We can. If you want to do yellow, I don't recommend it. With the aqua, I still think these are the most lavish in the white gold. I just think it's a nice, clean palette of metal behind your diamonds and your aqua. So I say you leave it the way it is. But again, the freedom to choose your yellow or rose is there if you need it. Tanzanite earrings are here. Drops, but a hoop. Technically a lever back. And then we'll have the Tanzanite ring that's the round as well. And we're going to need some requests tonight because we've shown you a whole lot of jewelry in this first hour, about half of what was planned tonight. So if you've got any requests at all, we're really encouraging those tonight. And then $24.99 on this one. Okay, big top of the hour coming up in about 3 minutes. It's going to be the Amertrine. So those of you that have been patiently waiting for the Amertrine arrival. Yes, do you have this one, Jason, or a question? All right, this one's gone. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I do want to show you, it's a very, very unique winsa. And this one, it's weird to say that because all winsas are unique, but this is the cutting that makes it super elongated. Talk about a kabuki cut. This is it. 112-1954 is the item number. Thank you so much on that aqua. Enjoy. And then here we are, looking at an extremely special, and I'm going to try to move it around so you can see the colors. There are multiple colors here. Winsas are from Tanzania. There's a mine in Tanzania called the Winsa mine, and this is 112-1954 with a carat 37. It's an elongated emerald cut blue into golden yellow. Actually, there's a little green at the top. Then it's pretty blue about 80% or so through the middle, and then it goes to that yellow golden green. So really unusual because usually the winsas are pinks and purple combinations, which are a little more similar. This is, I know the colors look great already. Then we've added the yellow diamonds to it, added the 41 points and all those natural yellow diamonds. How vivid and bright are they? They're giving you a much nicer saturation than most yellow diamonds do, right? They're not pastel. They're a lot brighter, a lot more just, really just, they make a statement, right? I mean, they're even brighter than the yellows in the sapphire. So you're getting that really nice accent. But it's as is in the white gold. But it's also yellow gold because it's, remember, yellow gold bezels on top of a white gold band. So you get a two-tone element. Let me try it on. You know we make these stones extremely affordable. There are hardly any other places historically to ever find one available. There are many, a community forum and blogs online about gem collectors who gather to talk gems, who speak so lovingly about this stone, but almost speak of it like it's a unicorn. Like, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Does it really exist? And we haven't even had it until more recently. And look at that. I love as this elongated emerald cut moves. Sometimes it just looks like a pure blue. And then as it moves, you see more golden or you see more green. It's like it's changing color without having to change your light source. But by having multiple colors in the stone already, as you wear it, as it moves, it tends to just change color. So we're going to make it really affordable. How about this? It's a $59.99 piece, and we want to get it out of here in about 30 seconds. So let's drop the $6,000 price on a brand new item, and let's just make it $1,999 instead, which there have been very few winsa sapphires that have ever gone below $2,000. And this one just did. So huge value there. All right, Jason, I got to know who got that lovely aqua. Congratulations, Jan. Thank you so much. Okay, we're verifying on our wins as well. Don't forget about the Paraiba round. We have our top of the hour here now, so we're going to bring out the Amertrine. So lovely. I cannot say enough about this Amertrine. You have to get an Amertrine. If you already have one, you guys might be exempt. If you don't have an Amertrine, I really think, given the luxury nature of it, compiled with the affordability we're bringing tonight for our top of the hour, it's going to be pretty much must-have. Okay, winsa sapphire, carat 37. Very few to go around that ever look like that. We've got to talk about this. This next item is so top of the hour worthy. Welcome to the show. Glad you're with us. I'm so thrilled about this next piece. This is something we rarely get to see on the show. And we're all about the exotics. Look what we can bring on any given 3-hour show. We can bring the rarest in diamonds and the rarest in a certain category, like our blue wing block Ds and Paraibas. We bring the rare of the rare all the time. But this is a stone we hardly ever get to see. And it's nice to come off the heels of the winsa sapphire, because that's an all-natural sapphire that has inherently multiple colors that are really stacked within the same crystal structure. The same thing is essentially happening here, except it's all quartz, but two very distinct varieties of quartz in the same stone. And there's a lot of, for a lot of years, there were a lot of almost like rumors, for lack of a better term, with this stone, because there were a lot of people that thought there's no way that could just be natural. Did that really come from the earth like that? Is that really a natural stone, or is it some kind of fusion? Is it a composite? Is it glued together? The answer is no. There was one place, because you know Mother Nature does some really cool things sometimes, right? Extraordinary things, cool things. Sometimes they only exist in one part of the world. I mean, look at Tanzanite, for example. That blue zoisite only comes from one locale, and probably likely that's ever going to be the only location we ever get. There are very few one-source stones in existence, but this is one of them. Compound that with the fact that it's also a mine that's been closed for some time. So it's really tricky to get. It's really tough to find. We are going to bring you just an extraordinary example that shows off what this is named. Amertrine means amethyst and citrine. It's half and half. So those are both quartz family gems, but you know one is distinctively purple, the other is beautifully golden, and they also both correspond with birthstones. February being amethyst, and of course our beautiful citrine for November. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take another look at the winsa because I know we had someone asking about that. And then I'm going to grab the Amertrine for you. And we're going to show that coming up. And we are going to get you ready to go because this also, for as bicolor as that is, so is this one. And here it is, looking fabulous. Needs a little bit of cleaning, I think, which is too bad because I don't have the ability to do all that up here. But look at this really beautiful emerald cut stone. And I'll try to get behind it because that's where I'm going to have to go ahead and get back there on those facets. But this is 111, 1883. And it's a super, super, super rare gem. I mean, it says it's rare. If we hardly ever have it. If we can't bring it all the time, that's rare. This is a 6 carat 96 Bolivian Amertrine. It's kind of silly to talk about it because there is only one source, so you know if it's Amertrine, it's from Bolivia. It's called the Anahi Mine. It's a wild story. There's a legend, it's kind of a myth that goes along with the story. There's a beautiful little story that goes along with the mining venture. If you're ever so inclined to look it up and read it, I'll spare you those details because it is a bit of a mythological kind of story to go with it. But the bottom line is that this is the one and only location for this half and half quartz and quartz. And it really is a beautiful gem because the beauty of it is when you see clarity, like we expect, to get with either of them, and then you apply the emerald cutting, it shows off that 50-50, you're getting the presence of each, really combined, but also very equally. Again, forgive me, this is not an included stone at all. It's just, it's got, a little polishing needed in the back. So there's a ribbon design of diamonds on either side. That's gonna be your pave, it's 15 points. And that's going to be one up top and one the other direction so that there's never a wrong way to wear it. You've always got one of the ribbons pointing, upright to everybody's perspective, yours and somebody else's. So that's, I think, a nice little thoughtful detail. It can be done in the white, the yellow, or the rose gold. But when you're talking about a 7 carat stone, if it were, and we sometimes have one amethyst or one citrine in sizes like that, and it'll be $4,000 or $5,000 because when they're really good quality, they're really good quality. You get both in one. You get the rarity of having a one source stone. Let's take a look at it on because I think it's so much prettier on than you can even imagine when it's up close and we're, blasting all this light through it. To see it on is very special. And you really see the distinctive split there in that half and half. We only have a couple to go around because matching up the Amertrines is not easy to do. We're going for the identical saturation and split. So we have a couple stones that were like mirror images of each other. So that's going to dictate how few we have. Changing the gold for you if you'd like, sizing it for you as well. It's a nice big presence, but it's a lighter weight ring. It's not that huge monstrosity that sometimes big stones, big cocktail rings can get, which then are lovely, but it makes them very wearable only for certain occasions and certain days and certain events and maybe at certain, moments, right? This is really that truly it's big without being oversized. It's large without being uncomfortable. It's well made. It's all those things, but it's also going to be a really incredible value because it's not even going to be $19.99 any longer. And historically, when we have seen bigger Amertrines in the emerald cuts, they are pricier pieces, as they should be. One source, rare, bright, beautiful. They don't all look this good. We're just hand selecting the ones that have that perfect 50-50 split for you, and you get a bigger savings than $19.99. Now, it's the top of the hour for a reason. I get to do and select special items every single show, whether it's weekend morning, late night, weeknights, whatever it is. I get to select pieces that I want to highlight at these top of the hour moments that I want to do extra special discounts on. This is that item where I know, just because we know the fine jewelry world well enough, and we know Amertrine now to some degree, that we know if this was some ridiculous, silly low price like $9.99, we know how popular that's going to be. Maybe this is a gift idea for someone. Maybe it's something that, heck, if I get it low enough, maybe you get one for you and one for a gift so someone else can wear it and you guys can be wearing the same ring. But it's not going to be $9.99. This is that value we can't get enough of. This is why it's top of the hour worthy. This is why we do this. It's a pure and simple giveaway, and remembering that those are fine VS diamonds and solid gold you have within this ring that's holding the stone that's nearly 7 carats, one source in the world. Unheard of value coming your way. It is not going to be $9.99. This is what I love about a top of the hour, and I hope you do too. Take a look at it because it's not going to be even close to this price. And really, we're doing it a disservice and a little bit of an injustice because now we're not making it look like it's as rare as it is. But you'll forgive us, right? You'll forgive me for that? It's not going to be $9.99 or $8.88. This is my Amertrine deal because we know we have it so rare and so few and far between. Here's the chance to go for it. Try it, see what it's all about, think about it, even if it's a little bit bigger than what you normally wear. I really, look at that. It's so beautiful what that does from a distance away. Just how you see these step facets of an emerald cut. Oh, and it's popular. Well, this one's going to sell out probably before we even get to the final low top of the hour price tag, which is not $888 and it's not $777. Where do you get a gold band for a price tag like this? This is that night. You got to come on in. We don't have a lot of top of the hours like this because we also live in 2024, right? The calendar says March of 2024. And gold can't be done in rings for $777 in today's market by themselves. We're taking it even lower. You guys don't mind, do you? I mean, please, please promise me that you will not overlook the quality of this stone, the rarity of the stone, the diamonds that it has side to side, the gold that it has. You are not going to overlook it just because I take this price too low, and we're already busy on the phone lines. Now remember, we have a limited quantity because we wanted to make sure that the stones are identical, because obviously most ametrines do not look this impactful. They're not going to have that 50-50, or they're not going to have that strength of saturation. We hand selected only the best few stones, and those are the only ones we're going to offer in this ring. And it's not even $777. Definitely try one. If you're even kind of maybe sort of thinking about it, you try it, because you're going to fall in love with this stone. And we honestly don't have too many opportunities to bring it to you. So this is the chance. Take it while it's here. Not $777, not even going to be $699. This is truly unheard of value. Even if we were going back to a different era in time, you're not seeing values like this. It's not even $699. Got a better value for you. This is how you make it happen. This is why you get one. This is why you try it. And listen, if you're brand new to us, we've welcomed a record number of new registers just in the last few shows here. So I think we're really, again, we're showing you that, we're showing the population at large all across America that you still can get quality at a deal, at a value, if you know where to shop. And this would be that destination, your one and only. Take a look at it. It's not even $699. Let's get them out of here. Every single one's got to go. They all will. They're not even $699. Come on in. You got to try one. Amertrine, if you don't have one yet, I love the symbolism of the two birthstones that it combines. My goodness, what if those birthstones were significant? February and November. Hey, we threw in a little bit of April in there as well, because pretty much every ring has April's birthstone of diamond, right? But it's not $699. It's not. We're going to make it $599, and you get any gold in any size you want. And that would be why it's top of the hour worthy. And we already have, just like that, 3 are gone. So this is where I would not delay in getting on those phone lines quickly if you think you might want to try it, because $599 is obviously a price tag that's going to resonate in today's fine jewelry world for even just a simple gold band. This is nothing that just a simple gold band would be defined as. This is a major 7-carat, one source in the world gem. All natural. This is faceted to show off. And by the way, the lapidaries get a big, big amount of credit here, because it's the lapidaries we rely on to take the rough material, and they're really the ones that are giving it the 50-50 split. Because if it's sloppy cutting, you might see those splits of 30-70 and 60-40 and 20-80, where you don't want to see that ideally, right? But the lapidary made sure to get you that. Take the rough material they had and really cut it in such a way that it can showcase half amethyst, half citrine, all together in one emerald cut. It's $599. Okay, so we've got our Alexandrite deal coming up in just a little bit. We also have Tanzanite, emerald, Tanzanite earrings, fire opal, and even a Mahangi spinel. Like, it's my least favorite stone to show. I'll just say that, because people don't get Mahangi spinels. We've been talking about it for years here, but because you don't see it very often, I got to tell you, it's one of the most expensive stones out there. So it's always a challenge and a struggle to present it and convey value. We have one today that for anybody and everybody, and there's a lot of you out there that have said this over the years, I don't know if I'm going to get a Mahangi spinel. They're just really expensive. I put together a ring for you tonight that is going to make Mahangi spinel more affordable than it has ever been. and it obviously has a certain level of uniqueness, given the color and given where it comes from and given that one source nature of this stone as well, that it has to be of a certain level. We're going to make one really affordable. And by that, I mean we're adding pink diamonds and white diamonds in abundance to said pink spinel. So if you have ever wanted a Mahangi and it's been a challenge because you look at them and you always go, yeah, they're always $6,000, $8,000, $10,000. I can't do it. We are going to change that tonight because that has been my mission, is that so many people I talk to every day say, I love the Mahangis. They're really pretty. They're really unique. They're really special. They don't look like anything else, but they're so darn expensive. And that's because, remember, there was one boulder worth in Tanzania in 2007 that was discovered. All the rough crystal material was within that piece of rough, essentially. That was the world's supply. So in a matter of months, all the rough material was faceted and then out there for either collectors to collect individually as loose stones, or some of the lucky ones like us, we got the stones for jewelry. So take a look at this, because I'm going to show you what we can do on a wild Mahangi moment, because this stone is just a really valuable stone. So even with all of our values we bring, it tends to be a more expensive gem. Not tonight, it's not. This has been something I've been aiming to do for a very, very, very long time. It is 112-2504. This is a 35-point Mahangi spinel, and we're going to defy everything you've ever learned or known about this stone, about jewelry, about gems, because think about this. We have a 35-point Mahangi spinel, 7 points of pink diamonds, 52 points in white diamonds. All of that combined makes one very pretty $45.99 ring. And instead, we're going to reduce it. And this is neon. Remember the Paraiba we showed you in the round? That was neon too. That ability to glow. Different colors. One was turquoise, one is pinky red. Different colors entirely, but what we're looking for in neon is that ability for it to glow in a lower light. This certainly does that. Do you see how there's a purple-blue element coming through? I know, it's not purple, it's not blue, it's a pink-red. But when you look at the core of the stone, watch as it swings over to the right, see how the middle of the stone exhibits bright purples and blues? That is a difference maker, and that is why this stone is so highly regarded. When you get any of it, you can get any Mahangi spinel and you're living right. This is our last call on this piece, and we got to move $45.99 quickly. This is that floral. I will point out also that it's the immediate halo that are the pink diamonds, and then right around that goes to white diamonds, but still in the rose gold. So see how it's rose, rose, white? So I just wanted to point that out. It's the first halo in the rose. Those are the pink diamonds. That's your 7 points. And then it's that second and third halo that are indeed in the white diamonds, but one of them's done in the rose gold and one's done in the white gold. So I just want to clarify that. If you're, sometimes our rose gold could make the white diamonds look a bit pink, right? So here's what it looks like on, because this is the size of the ring, which is not a small ring. Do not take a 35-pointer as a small stone, because remember with the Mahangis, anything is large. If you have a crystal that was big enough to facet into a gem, that's considered large. Okay, let's go wild. Let's just go completely crazy wild here. I want somebody to have a Mahangi spinel who's maybe never had the opportunity to get one before. And in all my years, and it's 22 running now, almost every day doing this for 22 years, I have never, granted, Mahangis haven't been around for 22 years. They're not there yet. But they've been around since 07, been selling them sparsely here and there since, and there has never does a Mahangi go this low. It's just a little giveaway for a Wednesday night to say, welcome into the world of exotics. We did it with Paraiba, but that was still $5,000. This is the way to get in on this rarity that is always costly, always more money. You are going to get a serious value here. And nobody's on the phone lines yet. Remember with our aqua earlier, how important it was? Everybody was disappointed because it sold before we even got the final low price up there. The same thing is going to likely happen here, where it's just going to be gone. First caller takes it. All you have to do is dial, because it's not even close to 4,500. We are getting really, 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 really naughty tonight. These values are that good. We are taking everything down just so that we can open the door to exotic gems on a random Wednesday night, right? Maybe it's not a random Wednesday night. This is turning into the night you got the ultimate collectible for practically nothing. So this could be one of the most historic nights that you've ever witnessed or ever been a part of. Take a look at it. It's also not going to be 45, 35, 25, or 15. And this is why when you think about gold and diamonds, and yes, there's already close to 60 points in diamonds on the side that includes pinks that are natural. And yet you're not paying $1,500. And so far, that already tops all the spinel pricing we've been able to do historically over the last 7 years here. It is not going to be 15, 14, 13, or 12. It's a beautiful ring. It's a feminine ring. It's got that frilly kind of floral on the outside for your last halo, but it's still keeping it really classic. It's not an overt floral, so it's still manageable if you're going, well, I want something a little different, but I don't want it to go too outside the box because I want to have it forever. I want to cherish it and love it forever. You will, but we have nobody at $12.99, which is just jarring. So let's take it even lower, and first caller can have it. We'll blow it out right now for $999 and make it happen and make somebody's spinel collection. Spinels aren't always just $100 or $200 a carat. And that's the more rare version of, it's very similar to sapphire, found in a lot of the same places. This is that one source only, though, that has produced that color of pink and red. That's the difference. There are pink spinels. They look totally different. They're out of Burma. They're out of all different sources around the world. This is a very high level type of spinel here with the pinks and the reds. So highly encourage you. Pick it up. Again, it's just always a challenge because these are the stones that people always say, well, it's not a huge stone, and it's not. It never was. The largest spinel we've had here, to put it in perspective, was I believe, a 3 carat. It was a little over 3 carats. And then there have been a couple of 2 carat stones. They were all over $20,000. If you get a 1 carat, that's considered enormous. So 35 points is still a significant size. In the world of Mahangis, we have one, and it's still here at $9.99. And when there's a lot of collectors in this world that love pink diamonds, that would love to get a pink diamond, just one, for $9.99, the fact you have a collection of pink diamonds within the ring that is accentuating that spinel just makes it even better. So take a look at it. One last call, 60 seconds on that one. Then we'll rock on. We've got a lot to show you tonight. And goodness knows, we're going to need a lot of activity on some of these pieces here because we have got Tanzanite earrings still to come. The Tanzanite ring is here. Yes, the round. We're going to do that in exactly 10 minutes. We're going to bring out the only blue wing ring I have of the day in a round, and that's because it's our last one left. And it's a 2 carat 41, so it's a great wearable size. We want to get to those Alexandrite deals. I've got those coming up for you. And we do have a fire opal. Mentioned a fire opal. This is what we were all fighting over on Monday night, was a fire opal. Cherry red color. Got one here today. Call me on the spinel. I'm not going to wait the 25 seconds out. We're just going to move right along. You know what to do on that one. That's a really good buy, but take a look at this. Why was everyone fighting over the same material on Monday? Because we brought out this stone that had this pure red. Hardly any yellows, hardly any oranges that were discernible with the naked eye at all. And everybody lost their minds, and we could not bring out enough fire opal. Everything we'd bring out would sell. But still, there were a few of you that said, those were great for people that want to spend $2,500 and $30,000 and $35,000. What about the rest of us? So I wanted to bring you a new fire opal. It's in a simple but still elegant and cool designer bridge. 1 row goes underneath. That's in the diamonds. 1123262 is the item number. It's a carat 66 fire opal. It looks at least double. This looks like a 3 or a 4 carat easily, so you've got a much bigger look, as fire opals and all opals tend to do, but it also is 40 points in diamonds. That's that 1 row that goes, watch this, one side all the way through. Look at that, how it's just elevated just enough. The diamonds go right underneath that stone. The culet of the stone clears the diamonds, so you can still enjoy the stone from all the angles, see it from all these different perspectives, and you can choose your gold color. And we need to do a quick blowout on a fire opal right now just to try and help those of you that said, it was the big cry on Monday night, was I've got to get one of those. But do you think you could ever put something together that's going to be under a few $1,000s? It's right here. And we could ask $19.99. We sure could. We are going to do better tonight because that's what we're here to do. And I'm going to start at 0. And we're going to go up in $100 increments, and we're going to see where it goes. And why not? Because this is the value so many of you have been waiting on, and you know how elite these are. So don't judge it on any fire opals you know, because those dingy yellows that you see out and about somewhere else are nowhere near the same quality you're seeing here tonight, and we're starting at nothing. It's a no reserve. Go for it. We might sell it at $100. Who knows? Auction. That's the beauty of it. This is not dictated by, and I'll tell you, this is not the kind of thing we should be doing on a Wednesday night at this halfway point of the show. Everyone's waiting on that big blue wing coming up. That's in a few minutes. This is not one I would wait on. It's at zero. You never know. It's going to be top bidder in the next few minutes. And who will it be? We have no idea, and I have no control over how much it goes for, because I'm just saying zero to start, $100 increments, good luck. And we'll see where it goes. And you're getting 40 points in the big diamonds. They're all single. It's single row, so they're all big individual sizes. You get your choice of gold, and you've got a really deluxe, best of the best. You can't get any better color than that in a fire opal. And we have no open. Okay, time to move. I kind of knew something was up when the pink spinel stuck around, so maybe we just move on and talk about champagne diamond, or we can get to our Tanzanite early. I have one more aquamarine to show you too. We've got the pear shape. But it sounds like we might be verifying somebody after all, so maybe we'll sell it at $100. All right, let's sell it. Yeah, $100 we got. Good, we're gonna sell it. We got $100 to one bidder. Who's your caller over there? One bidder. Alan, is he glad this is a no reserve auction starting at zero? Because I've never sold anything for $100. Have I? I mean, not jewelry. Yeah, a few other sort of gifty type things, but not jewelry. I've never sold costume jewelry. Even costume jewelry these days, you can't really spend $100. Nobody else? Oh, $300. We've got a couple people waiting to get through, so forgive us. There's not a lot of operators here. But we have $400 now. $400 we have. We have just 3 bidders so far that have jumped in, and we are looking for 5 or more. And power bids are welcome, because you know power bids are very strategic in these no reserve auctions. $500 now, because a lot of times that just has a little psychological effect. Sometimes a little mini power bid scares everyone away. So we don't look at the totality of the ring always and where it's supposed to go. We just think about it as, you know, $100 increments. So we have 500, 600 now. Jason's got 6. Thank you so much. We're looking for 7 or more. Let me try it on, because this is that sleek style on the sides that bows out a little bit wider in the middle, but it's still really a stackable ring. So if you wanted to add some diamonds side by side, or diamond wonder rings or bands or anything else you wanted to add, you could do that. And being that it's a red color, if you have gemstone bands, if you have greens and blues and yellows and goldens, $800 is the bid, there would be a lot of different combinations you could create. So I want to point that out, is that this bridge in particular is not that overly wide style that you still can't stack with. Let's face it, stacking's the look right now. Stacking jewelry in general, whether it's earrings, necklaces, bracelets, or rings, it's all about putting on as much as you can. And the more you have on, the more in vogue you look, right? So we're at $800. And now, well, we've got a problem. We've got one bidder left. We do, I think, have everyone through at the moment. So this means we have grounds to move it. We just got $900, by the way, and this is an important ring. So obviously, when you're shopping, a great value, and I don't know anywhere else on the planet that has fire opals of this caliber. This is the literal best. Most of it is so unattractive. It is so dingy yellow. It's not really that, ooh, look at that, I want to have that. But when you see the opposite, when you go directly to the top level, it really, even if you've never considered fire opal before, a lot of people will actually choose a really good fire opal, even over black opals and Australian crystal opals that have all that play of color, because the colors are so intense, and yet it's still got this glow about it. There's this glow, right? It's clean. Opals are not usually transparent like this. So when you get a fire opal out of Mexico, it's giving you, in this good quality, glow, a beautiful brightness. It almost looks like it has a little flavor, spice to it. You know, I kind of love the idea when you think about, you know, going on a vacation in Mexico. I spent a lot of time there when I was younger, and I spent a lot of time there. And I got to say, it's just the culture and the vibes and the flavors and the food and all of this, right? It's a lot of fun, and it's really, I feel like it's encapsulated so well in really good fire opal that does have a fiery quality about it, because even though it's not poppity pop pop spark, it has this glow and clarity that just is captivating. So we have 901 bidder. All right, let's give it 2 minutes and we'll sell it. Bye-bye, it will go. How about that? And then we've got our Tanzanite deal shortly. I guess we're bringing that up next. Tanzanite time will be upon us. Our round also in a bridge. Boy, how many bridge mountings can we show in one show? I think our record is 82, something like that. But we've got a lot of them tonight too. So we will show you another one, different one, but another one coming up next with Tanzanite. So who's at $900 over there? Thank you, Judith. All right. And Jason, are you verifying on this one or no? Nope. Okay, so we've got 90 seconds left. We can get you in if you want to play. I'll try it on one more time here. Look at the great finishing on the inside. I mean, we're talking solid all the way through that inside. That band that runs through the middle, well, that's completely solid gold. So you can't ask for much better finishing than that. And do you see what I mean? As you move it, you still see the diamonds through it. It's a transparent stone. You're seeing the diamonds right underneath it from the sides and every angle. You see how beautiful the reds and the orange and the yellow gold glows are. You get all of that. It's not just a ruby red. I have a ruby here. They're not really identical. This still has a little bit more of just kind of this subtle orangey red glow. It is so impressive. It's 50 seconds remaining, and then it's going to be gone. So good luck on that one. It's kind of fun to have. We had a lot of affordable tonight, I must say, right? And that's exciting. We don't usually get to show you rings under $1,000 because we are in the gold business. We do gold and platinum, and we do VS diamonds, and we do these really nice stones that we hand select out of hundreds of thousands of stones that we could be showing you. So it's awfully nice to see something affordable like this when the quality, well, it's still there. And then big Tanzanite coming up. This is going to be a moment. Okay, that looks like a 5-carat stone, so I'm not sure what is happening with this carat weight. But we're going to go with it. We got a value coming up next. 241 blue wing, but let's see. Jason, are you going 1,000? Check in, verifying they're a no or a yes, or right now it's a maybe, and we got 6 more seconds. So Judith, it's yours. Congratulations, that's gone. Well done. Let's bring out the Tanzanite right here. I'm sounding like a broken record, which I hate, but I got to tell you, this is our last few days of blue wing. There's not going to be like a farewell party or some kind of like champagne celebration or toast. It's just going to be one day we say, oh, by the way, we are out of blue wings. Because we don't even know when that final presentation is going to be, but we're getting very close to it. So with that said, most of what I have at this point are 29 carat. I've got a 29 carat round. I've got an 18 carat emerald cut. I've got a 22 karat emerald cut in a ring. Most of what we have are those really, really large sizes right now. Yet this is what everyone is technically going for. Everybody wants to get that wearable everyday style. This is the 241 round. I will say this stone, you'll see it on my hand, looks a lot bigger than a 241. So I think that's a bonus because that's how we're, offering it and pricing it. It's also 70 points in diamonds, keeping the bridge mounting going, but yet we've seen a lot of them tonight, right? But each one has little different, variances, right? They're a little different. This one's still covered in diamonds, which is why we're really loving it in the white gold to start. Choose your yellow, choose your rose if you want to. But when I tell you we are down to our last few, and I wish I could give you an end date or a celebration day or a finale, I don't know if I'm gonna have that luxury. I would love to, I hope I will, but I don't know. I think just one day I'm gonna arrive here and they're gonna say, oh yeah, we have no more. And that day is probably happening within the next week. So if you want a smaller stone than what else we have, because I know my current stock, like I said, there's an 1871, there's a 29 karat, 29 karat 26, that's what we have. So if you are looking for something in a ring, in a round that is more wearable, this is the way you go. And it's new right now. 3249 is the number. Take a look at this, and it has 70 points in diamonds to go along with it. So it is fabulous in every way. Did you have a question, Jason? Yes, the Mahangi, sure. Who's that for? Sure, take a look. Brenda, here it is. This is the Mahangi pink we just had a few minutes ago. The 35 pointer with the 7 points in the pink, and then your 52 points in the white diamonds. And that was under $1,000 at $999. So big value there. Thank you so much for asking about it. It's still here at the moment. We'll wait and see who's got it, and then we'll announce to the world who's lucky enough to take that one home. But very impressive value for a Mahangi right there. Okay, so let's get back to our Tanzanite, because this is the one that I think is going to be really interesting tonight. And it's our 241 as mentioned. Perfect round, Portuguese cut, diamonds every which way. It's a total of 4 rows. Obviously, 1 top, 1 bottom, 2 that run underneath the center. And is it ever good? Because this is solid all the way through. There you see it. See that double row? That's your foundation for the ring on the interior. Then you have the gold going the rest of the way. We add a little undergallery there, solid in the sizing bar aspect of the rear. It is a fabulous, fabulous bright, because that's the difference with the round. You still get the saturation we love of blue wing block Ds. You still get the red flashes, but you're getting a brilliance and a brightness you don't typically get. That is the difference maker here. That is what we love about the luxury of a round. It's not something that blue wing block Ds typically do, is give you a diamond-like brilliance. I have a question. Is there anybody watching tonight that has yet to get the blue wing block D of their dreams? If that answer is yes, it's me, I know I'm in that boat with you guys. I'm right there with you. All these years of presenting them, I've presented and sold over 8,000 individual pieces of blue wing block D jewelry here at TVON, because of course we're the only place that has it. And yet I'm with you if you're saying I don't have one yet, because every single one I love, well, every single one in general sells. And all the favorites are gone, and all the last call and the hope of new and the here's our newest and latest, those are gone, because when the opportunity is gone, when the stones are gone, and we announced that a few weeks back, that all the stones are set. There's nothing loose anymore to choose from to bring you a new design. They're here, they're set, they're in jewelry, take your pick of what's left. I know it may not be an abundance of options at this point, but that is really what's critical and urgent about this matter. And of course, it would be the inclination to take those prices up, because here's your last chance and last opportunity. So it would be much more typical to say, well, we've got to start jacking those prices up. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I will not. I refuse, even though that was kind of the thought process here, because it's priced at $79.99 today. I have been really true to value standards here with these blue wing block Ds for a long time. So I want to keep that going. And here in these final days of offering it, and in our final moments and our final round and this really wearable size, I think this the style is really wearable. You're still getting something luxe and different that your neighbor's not going to have it, your mom's not going to have it, your sister's not going to have it. It's all a little bit different, but it's really giving some still classic flair to it. It's just all diamonds as far as the eye can see. But even when you look at it from different angles like the side, you see diamonds. When you look at the profile, you see diamonds. It's all these really cool diamond aspects that a regular ring's not going to give you. It's not $79.99. I'm going to try it again, and we're going to go for the auction. We have to, because that's the way to get around this little upgraded price. It is still what's new, but it's also about what can we do to reduce it. So as we look at it here and see all those reds, let's try it on for you. We're going to have matching earrings in a few minutes too, so that'll be fun. We'll have the rounds in the drop earring, but we have to see this on first to understand the beauty and the size. So you guys, what can we all assess here? Because I've shown a bunch of them. That does not look like a 241. That looks like a 4 or a 5 carat stone. I think that's an extra bonus. Because do I have a 4 or a 5? Nope. No, I do not. $79.99, it's not. Let's auction it off. Let's go for it here. We're going to go for it in every way I know how. And this is 70 points in diamonds. That's top, bottom, sides, underneath, the whole thing. It is just looking fabulous with all these diamonds. You cannot miss out on this, though. That's the problem. Don't miss out, because these are the final moments of blue wing block D. If you want to add to it, you can. It's really Wonder Ring worthy, if you will. And it's not going to be $79.99. Nobody's on the phone lines, and it's a quiet Wednesday, and I get it. I get it. It's March. This is what happens, right? So here's what, as soon as the count, I've done this long enough, guys. This is my 22nd year here. So not here, but doing this. So I get it. It's March. But this is where things get really wild for value. We still have to move jewelry every single day of the year. I don't care if it's Christmas or if it's Easter Sunday or whatever's going on. We have to move jewelry, and we have to figure out a way to make it so tempting and irresistible that the jewelry still goes. And so in times like this, it's where you get an even better deal. On top of the world leader for quality and value in Tanzanites. Mark my words, I'm speaking to the newbies here that have no idea what blue wing block D is, this is the very, very singular vein that was the best that's ever been mined out of the Marilani Hills. There is one source in the world for blue zoisite. It's called Tanzanite. There's one source. It started being mined in the 1960s. It was the late 60s, 67, 69. It is still going strong, but they're saying for the next who knows, 5, 10, 15 years, there's all different estimates. Who can you even believe unless you're in the ground? Even the people that are on the ground there, where their job is to mine it every day, nobody really knows what gems. Gems is a fickle world. You just never can predict what a gemstone mine is going to do. But it really doesn't matter because everything that's coming out of the ground now, nothing is holding a candle to this quality. This is the only place you can get the best. And that's why we're bringing it. And it's not $79.99. Let's put it on the auction block. And we're going to start this not at half at 4, not at less at 35. 3,000 is probably not going to work either. We're not even thinking 25 because we need to make this affordable. And the beauty of it is you get a bigger look. It's a 2.5 carat, it's a wearable size, but you get a bigger look to it. And that's really exciting as well because otherwise you'd have to pay more. If it was a 4 carat, you'd pay more. If it was a 5 carat, you'd pay a lot more. So it's nice to be able to get something that's still in that wearable, still that high-end cutting. We know the rounds are always elite, and it's going to be $2,000 to start the bidding. Take a look at this. $2,000 to get it going, and a $10 increment only, and we're going to go to town, and we're going to get everybody in. And this would be nearing last call now on all of our Blue Wing Block D. A lot of people say, well, you're getting back from a trade show, so that must mean, no, there's none of this exists at a trade show. Nobody has Blue Wing outside of our little universe. That's always been the way it is. I mean, now some of you all have it, right? I hear some of you guys are considering maybe selling it on a secondary market, which is A-okay, that's allowed. Okay. We don't have $2,000. We're not going to put up a 60-second clock. That's obviously a silly idea. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to move on. But I'll tell you this, if you want a Blue Wing Block D, we'll get to the earrings that match. But I would really like to see somebody get the ring and get the earrings. I know that's the opportunity we've got tonight. It's all the rounds. We're showcasing the rarest cut of them all. And you know what? Let's just go even lower than $2,000 and make this simple and easy, and we're going to send it out. Somehow, some way, we're going to find a way to get this home, and it's not even going to be 19, 18, 17, 16. You get real cash money savings here. That's what this is. This is just instant coupons, not 25 cents off your gallon of milk, but actually, right now, we're taking $400 extra off of an already ridiculous low. So coupons on coupons on coupons and hundreds of dollars saved. And now it's not even $1,600. Let's try something else. Our last round of this size. We have another round. It's a 29 carat. It's a little different price tag. It's $25,000. That's why it's still here, right? That might be here. We've toyed with the idea that that should be, since we've given away all the museum reserves at this point, we're going to give the 29 carat to the museum and take it actually out of its mounting, because the museums don't usually want to have it on a piece of jewelry. Some do, some don't. Most gem exhibits just want the gem. So we're probably going to take that 29 carat out of that pendant mounting and send it off. And that's going to be the prize. That's going to be the one that circulates through the gem exhibits all around the world. But for now, what's wearable, what's affordable, what's going to be on your hot little hand every day, what's going to allow you to enjoy the luxury of Blue Wing Block D every single day? I hope it's this one. And we'll make it $1,500 to get this going. $1,500. 70 points in diamonds every which way. This bridge is like 4 different rings all put together as one. And we are, yes? Okay. Who do you have there, Jason? Do you remember when we had a $100 open on our last auction for like 5 minutes and we had nobody else? Who do you have there at 15? Kevin from where? That's Missouri. Well, Kevin's ready to own the ring. We have one ring, one moment. I'm going to give it 2 minutes. We got the open, and now we are going to power auction our way to sell it. So we've got 15. Kevin's got he's got the open. So you can't do 15, but it's only a $10 advance that we're asking for and looking for that could potentially take you from viewer to winner. Do you want to be the viewer or do you want to be the winner? You always want to be the winner. And this is a big win. This is a blowout win. This is when we have an $8,000 ring, and right now it's potentially going out at $1,500. So that is a win of a different category. I know our auctions are always wins. You guys, they always say in Vegas the house always wins, and then there's TVON auctions, which is where the viewer always wins. Always. And that's because I get, really silly with these opens, get them way too low. You've got a chance here for 2 more minutes, and I cannot believe we only have one bidder on this one. amazing. So if you're going, what happened to the $2,000 open? Where'd that go? What happened? That's no longer. We are now at 15, and it is going. In 2 minutes, it's going to find its home, wherever that is. Right now, it's going to Missouri. If not, if you're saying, wait a minute, that's coming to my house instead, I'd like to have that or try that, remembering you still have your choice in gold color, you still have your money back guarantee, this is the time to get in. $1,500 going once. We're going to give it 2 minutes. That sounds like a long time until you realize the reason we have to give 2 minutes is there's a huge delay with our broadcast getting to your house and then the phone lines once you call in. So we really give it 2 minutes with the expectation that you got to dial within the first 30 seconds if you want to be in. So we're going to sell it. Kevin, way to go. He's here on the right night. He is here, dialed in, ready to go. Do we have anybody else? I'm hearing a phone ring. Let's give it 2 minutes and let's admire the ring one more time and see where's it going to go. I'm going to need some more jewelry. Wowza. Oh, by the way, there's new coming soon, guys. I know. I am not holding my breath, but I'm hoping maybe tomorrow. I'm hoping tomorrow, for sure by the weekend, we're going to have a whole beautiful bushel of brand new. Can't wait. I'm so excited. Like really good stuff. Really good. But anyway, so you can see some different mountings. We like our classics, but I'm talking about pieces you've never seen before. Just they're really fun new. Because some of you that are watching right now are going, I have that ring. I know, right? I have that ring. I have that ring. I have that ring. So we always need to create the new for you. Because, yeah, you can never have too much jewelry, but I don't think you need two of the same ring, right? But if you don't have a round, or don't have a blue wing, or don't have a bridge, or you've been looking, let's face it, we've seen very little in the 2.5 carat size. Very few ever. I've been bringing it for 5 years, 2 months, and a few days. Remember, the anniversary of the debut, well, when it arrived here was December of 2018, late December. It didn't really get on the air till the following few weeks, so it was really right around 2019 when it started to debut on the show. And yet, here we are, final tail end of it. Yes? Well, we just explained it, but I'll be happy to do it again. So for our new registrars who don't understand what a blue wing block D is, let's frame that, because you're thinking, what is blue wing and why? I mean, I don't get it. It sounds like a bird. And it's not. It's actually, blue wing indicates the vein. So when they mined Block D, which of course is no longer being mined, right now only Block C is left. There were different sections of the mine. So they were kind of structured in different sections, if you will, that have gone on for the last, 50, 60 years. And what happens is, there was one D block. The D block always produced a better saturation level. So the rough material, which is all heated, by the way, everything gets heated pretty much in gems. The block D was very short-lived, but it was just a better saturation level. But what nobody knew about until we brought it was when there was mining happening actually on site at the moment, the mining of the block D, they came across one vein. You know how typically gemstone, a lot of mining has a vein. One section of the D block was a beyond saturation that had a lot of prominent reds to it. Very saturated. If you've been used to the single, double, AAA scale of Tanzanites that are talked about everywhere else, this is equivalent to like a 6A grade. There's been 4A, there's been 5A that's been established. We are the only place you can get blue wing block D. So I realize that we're kind of, again, we're beating this, this theme to the people that have been watching for the last 5 years. But for anybody who is brand new, and we are welcoming, new in by the droves here, by the dozens every day, that is what it is. It's the literal best that's ever been mined out of this one mine. One mine in the world. This is the one vein of the one block that is extinct, and it is the literal best color that's ever happened. So when you talk about getting the maximum amount of not just lavenders or purples, we actually want our Tanzanites to be blues. And a lot of people don't realize that, because most Tanzanite is just lavender or lilac or purple or light pastel colors. You actually want really good Tanzanite has a blue. It's more blue than it is purple when you're in the better material. That's what this is. But then the icing, or really let's call it the cherry on top, is when you get red flashes. That's when it's extra special, because that's when you get what really we only see through the very premium elements, which is blue wing block D. So blue wing block D, it's only here. It's our exclusive. It's not usually this affordable. Let's take a look, see if we have anybody else. No? Yes? Maybe? One bidder? That's it? Anybody want to go 15, 10 or more? Let's go. Sold. Congratulations. That's gone. Let's keep moving. We got Alexandrites to show you. We're going to miss these days of selling blue wing. I know. I don't know. And people ask me every day, what are you guys going to do? Are you going to sell the junk? Are you going to sell the junk, like the cheap stuff? And I'm like, no, probably not. I don't think we can do that at this point. Like, you know, sell the light material. I will leave that to everyone else. I don't know. I think it's going to be a no Tanzanite destination. Now, we've got a couple Alexandrites here that you can see so far vary in color. But that's because they're all 100% color change, but some of y'all like a lighter and some of y'all like a darker. It's a personal preference thing as far as, do you like the lighter blue greens or the deeper blue greens? No matter what, they're all going to turn to that beautiful purple red. So we thought we would just have some fun here with 3 Alexandrites that are all about the same size. And we thought we'd just put them on a wheel together, as they are, and give you some carat weights and knock them down in price to something really silly low. So that's what we're going to do. Oval on the left. Is that a round in the middle? Yeah, rare round there. I like that color too. It's technically a cushion cut square, but it looks for the world like a round. And then you have a pear shape on the right. Let's walk you through some carat weights. There's one of each. They stay as is because they all have pink and white diamonds. How about that? Isn't that nice to get pink and white diamonds, luxury to go with your Alexandrite, which is our color changing chrysoberyl. And we have this oval here is going to be a 48 pointer. 7 points in the pink and 52 in the white. That's the same mounting we saw with the Mahangi, FYI. Then we go to our cushion cut square that looks like a round. That's a 41 pointer. So we're actually going in descending size order here. We've got a 41 pointer with 45 points in white diamond, 6 points in pink. And then we go to our pear shape, which is the smallest center stone, but very saturated. It's a 36 pointer, 22 points in the pink diamonds, and 86 in the white. So you're getting a large diamond weight. That's our largest diamond weight. That's the smallest of the 3 centers. All 3 will be the same price. And guess what? The plan a couple of hours ago was to take the $69.99 pieces, all 3 started there, and bring them down to $49.99. Now, I've been with you for an hour and 50 minutes exactly tonight. I can tell you right now that's not going to work. So I'm going to make a new price, and I'm going to give it 60 seconds. This is power shopping at its finest. This is when we really reward around here. We reward aggressive shoppers, which just means, I know that sounds negative, but it means you know what you want and you go for it. And you go in fast on the phone line so that you don't miss out. Because missing out would be tragic when I'm about to take these or I'm about to take these. Because there's already a big savings happening, we're giving them away. There are pink and white diamonds in every single one of them. That pear shape is giving you a carat, what was it, a carat 08 in diamonds or so, all together. So you've got a lot of large diamond weight around that pear shape. They're all exquisite. They're all 100% color change. It's just a matter of, do you like the darker or the lighter to start? Because that is the color you primarily see. Most of the time, we are surrounded in fluorescent lighting in most of our environment. Candlelight is the other option. So that's lovely and nice and romantic, but it's not how we spend most of our time in candlelight, right? We're not living in the 1800s before electricity. So it's not as something you're going to see as often. So this is why picking your favorite color is critical so that you get what you're going to end up seeing most of the time. These are all beautiful Brazilian Fuego de Fogo stones. This is the new, the now, the must-have, the hot source. It's Brazil. They look amazing. And of course, they're really durable, 8.5 of the Mohs scale, so it's not that rare stone that you have to put on a shelf and save for one special occasion. You just live in it. You just wear it and enjoy it and love it because it's going to be putting up with whatever. You put it through the paces. Wear it every day. You should. Not many people in this world get to own Alexandrite, so I look at it as those are the pieces you want to wear all the time, are the pieces that you know are luxury, that you want to enjoy, that you want to share with the world. Do you realize you can be at your own walking museum when you wear rare stones like this? It's kind of fun. There's a lot of people who love jewelry and admire jewelry, and they're always asking about, you know, you guys know, you probably had that situation where you're out and about and people are always admiring your jewelry, asking, what is that stone? Where did you get that? Tell me more about it, because maybe they're unfamiliar. This is really where you are sharing this rarity and beauty of a super unusual gem with the world. So wear it all the time is really the recommendation. But it's actually going to be better than $49.99. We got to move them along. So pick your favorite. There's one of a kind each, so that's why I would really recommend dialing in on the early side, of course, and we'll give you all those graphics and details as you narrow it down. But I always like to see them together so that way you can easily, you know exactly which one is on your radar and what's best for you. But it's not $49, $39, $29, or $19.99, so there's the giveaway, right? But instead, knocking them down again, got to go lower, making sure this is the deal of a lifetime in Alexandrite. They're not even $19.99. It is 60 seconds coming your way. Tell me which one you love. We'll try them on, give you the details. But remember, the largest is on the left, the second largest is in the middle, and the smallest stone with the biggest diamond weight is on the right side. They're not even $19.99. Welcome to the world of, this is bonkers. This is bonkers Alexandrite, because no Alexandrites of these sizes get this low. We're making them $1,499 instead. Under $15 for any one of those three you want, and trust me, they're all going to go. We're going to give it 60 seconds, as a matter of fact, and then let me know which one you're thinking about. We can always try that on, give you the graphics, even zoom in right up close to that one you like the best. What a day for value. Okay, last call, 40 seconds remaining. So again, 48 pointer on the left, 41 pointer in the middle, and a 36 pointer on the right side of your screen. Go more saturated or less, depending on what you like. They all have pink and white diamonds. They all have rose and white gold. And let me know if anyone wants to see our last Tahitian pearl strand. I brought up the last one today, and it's got the white gold clasp. Sold out a bolt that had the yellow gold clasp. Now we have a white gold clasp. So that is important. Then I guess we're going to get to our Tanzanite earrings, and we have backed up calls, so bear with us if you're waiting to get through, and we'll hopefully have an operator with you shortly before your Alexandrite of choice goes. Okay, so we're going to get to ruby. I know. A ruby, a huge ruby that is so inexpensive. Nobody on the Alexandrites yet? Okay, coming up, moving to ruby. On the way, we got to go. We can't give away jewelry and stay here and eat up this airtime when we're just losing massive amounts of money on these rings. I mean, really, that is already the purples coming through. I know that's probably where it's so distinctive to see the core of that stone, the inner center of the stone. You just see right here in an improper light, you see the purple reds. It is so deluxe, telling you everything you need to know about that really important color change you have. Okay, no questions on those? All right, we'll move along, no problem. Hey, you know, we still have the cat's eye Alexandrite too, so maybe it's not an Alexandrite day. We had an Alexandrite in a cat's eye double phenomena stone earlier. I'll just pop that in for a look in case you weren't with us. This is actually $100 less for this piece. So keep in mind, that was here earlier in our first hour. Just wanted to let you know it's still here. It's an 86 point round cat's eye Alexandrite. That one's $13.99. So $100 less. You get about double the size stone. You get a double phenomena stone, and you get a lot of diamonds as well in the bridge mounting. So yay for that value. $13.99 for the centerpiece. The rest around it are $14.99. And that is fabulous. So just want to remind you, if you want to go double phenomena, go with the center. If you want any of the more true color changing faceted stones, not a cabochon, but you know, no chatoyancy, you can go with the oval, the cushion, square, or the pear shape around it. All right, let's move on. Not an Alexandrite day, and that's okay. Let's get to our beautiful, beautiful, I'm just going to go ahead and show the Tanzanite earrings. We've got the Tanzanite earrings coming out to play. Love the Tanzanite drops because this is not something we historically see. So in that 5+ years of bringing Tanzanites, and every one I've ever had, pretty much except the ones I mentioned, have sold, right? I've got the 29 karat round, I've got the 18 karat emerald cut, I've got a 22 karat emerald cut. That's pretty much what we have. Everything we put up in blue wing block D sells. Yet I think it's 96% of what we've ever created in blue wing block D jewelry has been rings. So a lot of people have said, I love my ring. I'm so proud to own blue wing. I'm thrilled you made it affordable. I love it. People compliment it. I wear it. I enjoy it. But I'd really like an earring to go with it. Here is your earring. Now, we've had some other manufacturers bring us Tanzanite earrings. Even tonight at the beginning of the show, they weren't blue wing block Ds, right? We talked about that, wasn't up there, because that's from an outside designer. They don't have what we have. Sometimes we've worked with outside designers where we've given them the stones to work with. That's just happened once or twice. This is our design. This is our creation, which means they're our blue wing block Ds. So what that means to you, and I know they're sitting a little odd here because we're kind of looking at them, you know, from an overhead view. But when you see them on and when I hold them up, you're going to see that dazzling round, kind of like what we saw in the ring, the same gorgeous saturated blues, purples, and reds, so that it becomes an issue, because I've heard this how many times over the last many years, where people say, I got my blue wing from you, so I just went out to a store because I didn't see too many earring options on your show, so I went out to a store and I looked at their Tanzanite and I realized, oh goodness, they don't even look like the same stone because their material is not going to match our material. That is a fact, because blue wing block D, yeah, it's a different level. We just talked about this. It's primarily blues over purples. It's got the red flashes as opposed to no red flashes. So if you do and enjoy loving what you're wearing and what you're enjoying with your blue wing block Ds, you probably want the earring to match. So we have it right here. And here we are in really grand finale territory of all of our blue wing block D varieties. And now we have the earrings that are going to be, well, I got to be honest with you guys. This is a top of the hour. It's about a minute early. It's 1122784. It is, I talked about this earlier. If you've watched me any of the 22 years I've been doing this, I've always done top of the hours. 9 o'clock is usually the big one. That's where we're at right now. It's on the West Coast, 9 o'clock. And this is where, as we enter last hour of our show, this is where I really give you the most significant value. If there's ever one item you see, it's the 9 o'clock top of the hour. Because ever since I was a young baby host doing this back in the day, 9 o'clock's when I put the pinnacle value together. Well, here at TVON, it's been a little different story because we have such incredible values anyways. The regular pricing all day long, which in this case is $19.99 in this earring, I can show it to you, is not going to be worthy. And so I get these opportunities to choose basically 2 a night at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock to do whatever necessary to make these deals top of the hour worthy, to make them better. And it just now is officially top of the hour. So welcome in. Welcome into what is going to be an amazing moment. For anybody, you don't have to have a ring already. If maybe you're not a ring person, let's face it, we do primarily rings. Not everybody wears a lot of rings. Maybe you love to celebrate fine jewelry with your earrings. Maybe you want to gift, and you're thinking about people in your life that you would love to share the rarity and the beauty of blue wing block D with, but you're not doing that on a $10,000 ring. I understand. We would love to do that. We'd love to spoil all of our loved ones with lavish gifts like that, but it's not always in the budget. Here's how you can do that and still give them blue wing block D and rounds and matched and diamonds and VS and a lever back style that's going to be, in my opinion, and yours too for the most part. We've seen that the 3/4 inch tends to be the most popular length. That's the style that everybody seems to agree upon is not too short, not too long, still clears the lobe no matter what shape you're piercing or where your piercing is in your lobe or what shape your earlobe is. It always seems to work really, really well. But that price tag, we're going to get rid of. So welcome to the show. It's TVON. It's our last hour of our Wednesday night here. I'm Lauren Blair, and this is going to be our big top of the hour. This is the special we've been waiting for. This is what we've been wanting. This is what we cannot even begin to imagine, because I got to tell you guys honestly, I don't have a price right now. The only price is $19.99, and all I know is I got to leave it. There's the earring right there, and there's the price tag of $19.99. I'm going to show you what they look like on, because we know we've established this is a lever back with a 3/4 inch drop. So it's kind of like, imagine you just lower your stud. This is usually what you get in an earring, is a stud, maybe with a halo. So we've got a great look, but we just lower it or drop it right below the lobe, but it's not going to be big movement, lots of articulation. Those can be complicated to wear. Sometimes they're getting tangled in long hair. Sometimes people don't like the sound they make if you got a lot of movement in an earring, right? Because it's right there. This is still just a stationary drop, makes it really, really wearable. Are y'all ready for a top of the hour? I mean, Tony remembers. He and I have been working together for the better part of my 22 years doing this. And so he knows there are top of the hours, I'm sure you remember, Tony, from 2003 and 2004 and 2005 that were memorable. 9 o'clock top of the hours, where back in those days, we'd sell 2,000 of something, right? That was when we weren't working with this kind of quality. Now we don't have that luxury, but we've got a couple pairs of matched rounds, 110 total weight in your round Tanzanites, 22 points in the diamonds. I'm going to try them on. You can choose any gold you want. And they are just taking that stud, essentially that classic stud style, and giving it just a little drape, a little drop. Easy, kind of a shepherd's hook style, but it's all hinged. You pop that lever back up, it secures it nicely. You've got diamonds basically as far as the eye can see when that's on. So you see when you see them straight on, they lead with the diamonds. The diamonds begin the drop. From the moment of the piercing to the drop in the diamonds, then they continue that halo around your stone, yet they're so easy to wear. This is not a, again, it's not moving around, it's just that little bit of drop. It's gonna take it below the lobe so that it's really just accentuated nicely so that you've got that little extra elongation, which is very flattering to wear. And it's also not going to be $19.99. Do we have any fan favorites of the idea of a blue wing block D in an earring? Because this is go time. Let's go back to the wheel. White gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. Obviously, we go traditionally with the white gold to start, but if you want to match it to your yellow gold Tanzanite ring, you got it. If you're just a rose gold lover and you know how impossible it is to find rose gold earrings with Tanzanite elsewhere, we can do it. We have two colors. Glad to see it. We are about to get a lot busier on these phone lines. I can tell you that right now because you know how I told you I don't have a price? Now, what kind of home shopping host doesn't have a price on an item? Well, it's a fib. I do. It's $19.99. I just don't love the price for right now. I don't love it. Because if you don't love it, I don't love it. I'm here to make you happy, okay? I am like your jewelry and gemstone fairy godmother, right? What do you need? Right? We supply you with everything and we make it last more than just till midnight, and they won't turn into pumpkins at the end of the day, I promise. And we have all the phone lines busy now because I think you know I'm about to go on a little low rampage here, and that means low pricing, and that means, yeah, we're going to get them out the door. And they're not even going to be half of this price. $9.99 is pretty fair. But I have a better idea. I think this is going to be fun because, you know, we want to go for the sellout here. I don't want to leave a pair behind. We want to get every last pair that we have out the door to you all. And white, yellow, rose gold, you can even get more than one pair. I'm not going to limit it to one per customer. If you want to take two, because very rare to get gifting opportunities in Tanzanite. So, hey, if the shoe fits, using the Cinderella analogy, right? We're going to just make it happen. If you want to get two, you want to celebrate, you want to keep them behind, you want to save them for holidays at the end of the year, do it now. Are we going to have these in December? No way. Are we going to have them in summertime when you leave on that vacation and you decide you're going to the family reunion and you want to be wearing your dazzling blue wing block D earrings? We're not going to have them. So even though this is just a random Wednesday in March, you really got to get your earrings now or never. Sounds dramatic, but it's the truth. And so I am doing everything in my magic powers to make sure we can get these to that affordable level to where we leave no caller behind. No viewer should go without these tonight. Yeah, there's the people that aren't viewing the show. Well, they're out of luck. What can I say? We're going to sell them out. And you know what? I think I was right. $9.99 is not going to do it. So how about this? Even better than half off already. We're already in rare territory, no doubt. And we're very busy. So if you're frustrated, you're waiting on hold, it's just because we don't have a lot of operators. I guess they're not going to hire more operators till I start selling more stuff, right? It's pretty basic. Or until we get more multiples, right? We don't need a lot of operators typically. And you know what? If you're waiting on hold, you're in a queue. So basically you're in line. So the last thing you want to do is hang up because you're going to save your place in line. Just stay there by doing it. Stay on the line because we don't want you to miss out. This is not going to be $9.99, $888, $777 is an incredible price tag. And I'm not stopping there either. Please get them. Please get them. Because I can tell you right now, we only have a couple of those really big lavish earrings that cost $7,000 and $8,000 with the big stones. And by the way, most of those don't even have this diamond weight. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 pairs gone. It leaves us with 2 left. If you're not on the phone lines, go really, really fast and give it your best shot here because it's not going to be $700. I'm going to scrap it. No, guys, I'm not doing that price. Oh my goodness, every operator's. Hold on. The 6 that are gone, they're already doing $777. That is not your price. So operators, hold off on placing any orders because I'm going even lower. And honestly, I just saw the pen and paper come out. We have to do hand orders on these. This is my famous hand order special. The computer won't even take this price. That's how low I am. I am so dramatically under our TVON cost, they can't even actually input your order into the computer system. They're all having to take a manual order now. And that's, again, so it might take a little extra time to get you through because of that, but it's worth it because you guys get the savings, right? You want the better deal, you're getting the better deal. You're getting the best deal. It's the best deal I've had. Here we are, talk about, this might as well be our grand finale piece. Maybe this will be the last Tanzanite I ever show you, because this should be it. How does any deal get better than this? And it's not $777. So if you're waiting on hold, stay there. We're going to be right with you. But I cannot afford to leave one of these pairs behind. And I don't think we will, because they're not even $777. They are less. And we're going to make this unbelievable rock star pair of must-have Tanzanite earrings. Yes, blue wing block Ds. Yes, matched. Yes, rounds. Yes, with 22 points in VS diamonds. Any gold, leverback style, 4 pierced ears. We're going to make them $699 while they last. And that, if you know a good old-fashioned top-of-the-hour loss leader, you know they're not going to last. So that is why important to be on the phone lines, ready to go sooner rather than later, so you are sure to get your pair. That is what, and get more than one. Like I said, still not limiting you as to how many you can get. If you really want to get two, because under $1,400, that's still less than the price that one was supposed to be. If you get 2 pairs, you spend under $14, you're still saving another, that's $600 off of what you normally would have paid for 1 pair. That is more than fair, I think. It's a buy 2 and you're still saving a bunch. So yeah, BOGOs. Oh, BOGO schmogos. Who cares? We're doing way better than a BOGO. This isn't a buy one, get one free. It's a buy one, get one free and still save. That I like better. And that is BOGO beyond. Beyond BOGO. I like that better. This is how you shop for fine jewelry, right here. This is where, and you're not getting some lackluster, not that great quality. This is blue wing block D in the rounds. We've hardly ever had a size to even make an earring like this possible. So to bring this out now, here we are, final days of blue wing block D, and that could be the most significant value we've seen thus far in the entire category. I admit, I had some earrings from an outside designer to start our show. They were the second item tonight, way back 2 hours ago. They weren't blue wing block Ds. These are, they weren't. These are, they weren't. So this is where you go. And by the way, those were more money and they were smaller stones. Well, no, they were a little bit, no, they were bigger stones. That's right, because they were about a carat each. So they were a little bit bigger, but they were lighter. So what does it matter if it's not going to match the blue wing block D rings that you love, the pendants you love? Anything you have from us in the last 5 years is blue wing block D. So you better believe you want your earrings to be the match. You want your earrings to have that same gorgeous saturated color, not just lavenders and not just light lilacs, but really bright, intense blues, vivid purples, red, flashes, and all of this, it's in a round cut, guys. It's in a round cut. We talked about that earlier with the ring and the bridge, how much more valuable it is in any gem, not just Tanzanite, any gem. It's more rare, it's more collectible, and it should be, emphasized, should be more money to get a round. Well, that is just not the case here tonight. So $699 gets you the pair. Take white, yellow, rose. What color did you get over there, Jason? White gold, that's, I hear, the most popular, and it usually is. That tends to be the, it's been the go-to, it's been the standby, it's been the default. For most of our blue wing block Ds that we've ever created, most are in the white gold to start. So I would really, yeah, if you're not sure where to go, just go there. If it's your first blue wing block D ever, go there. Go with the white gold, it's a great combination. We'll show you, so I did mention there is one huge ring, not the emerald cut, not the big pendant. I have one 10 karat 96 Tanzanite ring in a cushion cut square. So that is going to come out to play because that's got a really nice price as well. And it's got really, it's one of those with the really big diamonds individually around it. And then my Tahitian pearl strand, it's my last. It's 112-3236. I'm going to pop that in for you here. This is the Tahitian pearl strand that goes 11 to 14.5 millimeters. And there you can see is the center stone right there, center. Right there at the base of my hand there, that's the 14.5. Then they graduate. So let's try 112-3236. And that is the 11. So the 11 would be way back here by the clasp. Those are the smallest, which are not small. They're 11 millimeters. And then all the way to 14.5. So basically it's 11 to 14 and a half and everything in between. And this, I love this almost diamond cut look you're getting. It's a spherical clasp enclosure that almost has this, it looks like it's encrusted in pave diamonds. It's not. It's a gold texture that is done. Now this is the clasp in white gold. The previous necklaces I've had in Tahitians have been yellow gold. So if your preference is white gold, then this is where you want to go. And you can see it's 112-3236. It's 14 and a half to 11 millimeters. And it's going to be all Tahitians. There are 35 individual pearls. It is 17 inches in length. Great to sit at the base of the neckline because remember, it will generally sit right below the base of the neckline because the pearls are larger too. So they give you, it's not like a little itty bitty chain that's going to drape lower. There's obviously a large diameter to all these pearls all the way around, so they sit a little bit higher than where a typical necklace would. So that's why we made it a 17. It's still intended to really sit as most pearl necklaces do right at the base of the neckline. So this is one only. And again, you see all the pearls consistency here. I want to show you though up close as well, just to give you a little closer view. I'm not shy about coming in close on these pearls. Obviously they're natural black pearls. So are they going to have little characteristics? Well, yes. If they didn't, they would be plastic pearls. And I sure hope that if you're going to go that route, you know, and you're not interested in the natural organic stones, then hopefully you're paying less money for those, like $30, you know, 30, 40, 50, depending on, you know, who makes them. But if you want the real deal, which are valuable, they're going to have little characteristics. If they're flawless, they're probably going to be the fake pearls, right? And we don't, I think those of us that are shopping here together, we're looking for the natural real deal. These are all organic stones. They come from the inside of a black-lipped oyster. This is obviously tough to do. Then to think of how many you have to start with to be able to do this graduation in the sizes and the millimeter sizes like we've done, that is gradual. And I'm going to show it on the neckline. It is fabulous white gold closure. Let me show you that to you close up because that's just really pretty the way that's done. Of course, that is still a safety latch style. It tucks into the spherical style. So what that does is you're going to actually press down that little latch on the right side. That releases a hook that then fastens to the interior of the sphere. Then it pushes in like it is there for that extra security. So keep that in mind. Let's take a look at it on the neckline because I really want you to see the size. And just to show you here, do you see how there's a very distinctive center there? You can easily spot the 14 and a half millimeter right there at the center. So I've got that right about centered on my neckline, right of course behind where the clasp will be, because they have put an equal distance of pearls around either side so that it's designed where when you have the largest pearl in the center of your neckline, the clasp will be directly in the center of your neckline in the back. And we have one only. Everything else I have had in Tahitian pearl strands in the last couple of weeks with the yellow gold clasps are gone. They're completely sold out and gone, and this one is only going to be, well, the same exact price despite the larger pearls. Seriously, we've had smaller necklaces and smaller sizes that have gone for the same amount. So we're just going to make this really simple and easy, and we're going to make it $29.99 for the strand, and there's only one. So a huge value there, and it's under $3,000 to get our fabulous black pearls. And again, 35 individual pearls. Think of how that breaks down. $29.99, and there's about a $500-600 clasp there in the gold. So as we take a look at it on the hand again, that is interesting. Even if we ignore the closure, let's just say the gold clasp is ignored and we just consider it free. Think about $29.99. When you divide that by 35 pearls, that's $85 a pearl. It just doesn't make sense. You are not getting a 14 and a half, nor are you getting an 11 millimeter Tahitian black pearl that's natural for $85. We all know that. And that's essentially how this value is put together. So it's $29.99. It's with this diamond cut, beautiful sparkle closure. I love that too. And I like that, you know, it's nice to have a round closure because it's matching the shape of your pearls. And that is going to be $29.99. So that's the last of our Tahitian strands. I'm going to show you that big Tanzanite. Let's get to the wheel here and show you the 1096 I spoke of. Okay, wow. Yeah, this is not just a 10 karat 96. We should all just realize that you do not have a halo of diamonds that go large pear shapes and large marquise cuts and large round brilliance if it's not a fabulous center stone. Item number 1116559. Call me on the Tahitian Pearl Strand. At the moment, it is verifying. Tanzanite earrings. I don't even know if those are sold out yet, so you want to check with your operators on that front. Make sure you get your Tanzanite earrings for $6.99 a pair. And anything else you'd like to see before we go? We're down to about 40 minutes in the show. So we hope you will get requests in as well. If there's anything we can go pull from the vault, or just bring you something for a second look that you saw earlier tonight. Big ruby coming up too, by the way. But right now, this Tanzanite is museum reserve, and I think we can all see why. The reds are absolutely vibrant. It is a cushion cut square. There's a carat 13 in fancy cut diamonds. That means the pair and the marquise cuts together combine for a carat 13. But then there's also 46 points in rounds. So you are getting a massive 159 in total diamond weight, but it's still a halo. It's just done up really, really, really nicely. Luxury halo. It also was $19,999, and tonight it is not. I love it right down to the very specific tapered prongs that are so designer. The look, of course, distributing that large carat weight amongst a square cushion makes it a little more wearable than, let's say, if it was a 1096 in another cut. It was a 1096 pear shape. It was a 1096 rectangular cushion. A lot of you might object to the length it gives you. Maybe it'd be too large to wear. This, being square cushion, is going to distribute that nearly 11 carat weight evenly across the hand. So it's really a nice way to go, but look at how it's covering the finger there too. So that's really special. And we're gonna go ahead and make it a lot better than $19,999. So do we have anybody thinking about it? Obviously there's only one, and it's got a new markdown as of right now. I'm doing it again. If I can, now you think I can only mark down Tanzanite earrings? No. I can take $2,000 Tanzanite earrings and make them $6.99, then you better believe I'm going to take a $20,000 museum reserve and mark that down. And it sounds like we have a new register over there. Okay, are we ready for this though? Nobody's on the lines yet. That's okay too. But we need to make sure right now. I need to get somebody on the phone lines because this is going to be surprising to everybody, I think. Okay, it's not 10,000 because suddenly under $1,000 a carat for Tanzanite like that, nowhere on planet Earth. You ready? Okay, so we have two people. We have two people thinking about it. They're ready. They're like, give me the value. This is one of the last of this size. Remember what I told you? 29 carat, 18 carat. Well, this one's still big, but not oversized. So I think it's going to work. It's not $99.99. Do you like this one, Andy? Okay, so we've still got some people asking about previous pieces as well. Okay, so we've got a couple people talking. Okay, so you're on this one, and you're on something else. All right, so here we go. And I know this leans a little bit. That's all thanks to that pear shape and marquise there at the base of the center. That's why that leans here. It's a completely upright centered piece as you saw in the hand, and we'll show you again. I recommend this in white, but actually you don't need to leave it that way. So there's some good news there. And I'm really debating here. How far do I stretch the limits of quote unquote value? I say quote unquote because this is more than value. This is a sacrifice, is what this is about to be. This is an all out, utter sacrifice of this blue wing block D. And it's not going to be 9,000, 8,000, 7,000. It's not even $69.99. We're going ultimately low here. This is the moment. We are already, because I know this is not the diamond mounting we can just neglect and ignore. We can't just say, hey, free diamonds. They are free, but think about what they are. This isn't just 50 points of little round brilliance. These are massive individual. Look at the 3 big stones on each side. So it's basically northeast, southwest is where you get the big stones. So it's 3, 3, 3, and 3, right? So you get those 12 big stones that makes up the carat 13. The rounds that fill it in are the 46 points. That's a carat 59 of really impressive, really large diamonds. And with that said, right now we're at like 630 a carat. This is going much, much lower. All I can do is recommend you dial in because a lot of you already have, and wisely so. You've been seeing things disappear tonight in a hurry, and it's only going to happen more and more quickly here as the show wears on and as these values just get so much better as the night goes on. We only have about 35 minutes left. So whatever it is you want to see, requests you have, anything you want to see again from earlier in the show, let us bring those out so you can make those decisions. But this one is not going to stick around. It's not even $69.99. Some of the most important diamonds, do you all remember when we did the big heart-shaped halo? But they still kind of looked like rounds because of the way they were positioned. So anybody who really had an appreciation or a desire for really, really outstanding and high-end unusual diamonds, you didn't always get the effect when they were the heart shapes put in the halo. Here, the way they're positioned and the way there are 2 fancy cuts with the pairs and the marquise together on all 4 sides, you get a really, it's a beautiful way to showcase those individual stones and how important they are, because obviously it's not every day we're just throwing in big marquise and pear shapes as accent stones. That's not something we just do. So it all goes down to the stone. What did the stone deserve? What did the diamonds deserve? They deserve each other because they're all these really ultra, ultra luxury, high level. And it's not $69.99. It is $6,888 to the first caller tonight who says, give me that piece. I got to see that in person. And you will be even more blown away. You think it looks good on TV? Wait till you see this in person. Just wait. Because Blue Wing Block Ds outperform in person even more so and beyond what you see on television. And I know that's hard to believe because it looks awfully good. But that is one of the things that we all recognized and all really praised early on, was that these stones are even more powerful and impactful in person. With all this bright light, you can't fully, look at that, I just blocked the light. Look how intense the stone is now. Looks pretty good there, but look how much more intense it is under a lesser light. That's what neon is. So at home, I guarantee you, your home and your office and wherever you go, outside of a television studio, is going to be lesser lit than where it sits right now. And that's why it's going to look even more powerful and why it's going to look even better. And that's why we love it. So let's see who's got it. We got 2 people verifying, 1 ring. Let's see who the lucky collector is going to be tonight. That is really, boy, Wednesday nights have never looked this good, right? Look at that. Beautiful color, great red flashes. We got a big ruby to show you as well, getting you ready for the king of all gems. The king has entered the building in this case. But if I price it right, it will leave the building. And we're really excited about a big ruby with a big diamond weight, $68.88. I got to try it on one more time because it'll probably be the last time I ever get to try on this ring. And that's going to be a sad moment because here's another one that I know would be 100% welcome in my collection. There have been certain pieces in Blue Wing that have just always, you know, when you see them all and you see everything and you saw everything from day 1 5 years ago loose and then you see them in finished pieces, there are certain pieces that are just unforgettable and that really are standalone, rise above the rest, pedestal type pieces. This is one of them. That is why it was selected early on so many years ago as museum reserve. That is why. Think about that. All Blue Wing Block Ds are that exquisite high level. But when you have a stone that was selected and plucked early on to be museum reserve, that, keep in mind, is no longer going to a museum unless you want to lend it out, you can. That's up to you. We leave that up to your prerogative. But this is really what that is, which we only brought out. They were truly, literally intended to go on exhibit at museums. And now there was such a shortage with so much demand about, what was this? Maybe our first museum reserve probably came out maybe about 3 months ago, 3, 4, 5 months ago, we started to bring out the museum reserve stones because it was clear there was still demand. We didn't have many more. We had to bring out these stones that were literally set aside. And now the museums, well, they might get that 29 carat and that's about it. The rest, the museum reserves, are going to you guys. Okay, So we'll keep moving. I know, Jason, you're thinking about this one, something else. Which one are you thinking about? Can we flash anything? Can we bring anything out back from the vault or from earlier? Right. Okay, good. Thank you. The rounds with that link design. Thank you. They were yellow gold only. And congratulations. All right. So our previous Tanzanite earrings from the start of the show just went. We also have the Alexandrites here. I think we've still got the cushion Morganite too from early on. That was the first item of the night. So thank you so much. Who was shopping those? Mary. Thanks, Mary. All right. Let's get to our ruby. Promised the king would be here. So let's bring it out. 1120269 is not only a ruby out of Burma, but it's clean and it's glowing and it's completely 100% transparent. And then we loaded it with a carat 79 in diamonds, one of the highest end diamond mountings we create, and we create tens of thousands of them. So here is your big ruby. 203 is the size. 179 is the diamond weight. It's in the yellow gold. I would leave it that way. You don't have to, though. Finished under gallery on this mounting. A $13,999 ruby is right here. This is where we go extreme tonight. Look at that, $13,999. That ring, every penny, well deserved. Now, I know it's not often we see Burma rubies, so I like to remind you that this is not like other stones. I wouldn't have trouble bringing you 2 carat Tanzanite ordinarily. It's a different story when it's 2 carats of a chromium-rich corundum, which is ruby. They don't grow in large sizes. When you start to facet them, take that rough material and facet, you usually lose a lot of the carat weight. So to end up with a stone that is over 2 carats in size, hey, Andy, whenever you guys get a chance, that'd be, I don't think I have anything. I don't think so. So here we go, guys. This is going to be the 203 with a carat 79. And it's a really fabulous way to go. But let's take all that off the table for a minute and just try it on so you can see what it looks like from a distance and watch this thing glow. It's still going to be transparent even when you see it on the hand with my hand behind it. How about that? So you still get that transparency. Diamonds from one side all the way to the other. They don't stop. Huge double halo, lots of pave on the sides here of the ring. Remember, you get to, if you're just saying, Lolo, it'd be perfect, but I only want white gold, then take it. We'll do it for you for free. That's no problem. I'll be happy to do it in white or rose. You just let me know. We went with the classic yellow gold, but this is a sell-off. That's what this is. This is a let's see who's paying attention, end of the night deal. Everything all night has been a deal. This is the ultimate level of deals because it's also not even going to be $10,000 or forget it. We could actually reverse it and actually do better than even 39. Because if we take 10,000 off, that's better than $10,000. Do you want to see that? And then maybe consider this. It's not going to be $39.99. We just took $10,000 off the price tag and we're not done. It's going lower. And then I think we're going to show you a really special champagne diamond that's going to be a lot of fun, and that's coming out next. So get ready. But this is not going to be $39.99. And if you know the first thing about rubies, especially out of Burma, you're all over it for the loose stone. What you do with the diamonds is up to you. But this is pretty fabulous just as a 2 carat loose stone on its own. We're going better. Got to go lower. Then we're bringing out the big champagne diamond. It's going to be just, you know what, make it $34.99 first caller. That's it. And there we have it, the ruby that you know we can go through show after show after show, week after week, and not see a ruby. And when we do, usually half carat, 60 points, 70 points. This is the 203 mega stone. And when you get bigger in size, you would expect it to have a lot more opacity, a lot more of those burgundy reds. We don't really want that. There's a million types of red. That's what so many, I mean, I think if anybody ever goes, if any of my gals go to get their nails done, you understand this, right? That when you say red, yeah, that can mean a lot of things. There are going to be, on any given day, you could choose from 50 different varieties of red. From pinky reds to orangey reds to brown reds to purple reds to burgundy reds. There's a million shades of red. And this is what we find in the world of rubies. Different sources produce different colors. They're all different. And what you want is exactly what you see here. That sounds trite, but this is exactly the blue red that makes Burma the most important in the world. And for $34.99, that's a heck of a ring. So I got to move to that champagne diamond because we got to move some pieces in about 28 minutes. We are going to go, and we need to make sure that we get a few last pieces out the door. And there's one that is the replica pretty much. We had a 222 the other day, and it's been here for years. It's been here almost as long as I have. And it's a 222. And it's just a really, really big diamond. And then there's this, which actually is an upgrade to that. And I'll tell you why. It's a smaller stone, but it's a 122. But you know that 222 only has white diamonds around it. This 122 has pink and white. So it's the same kind of look. It honestly looks like the same ring at first glance. It's a beautiful tone of true champagne. This isn't the light variety. It's not the too dark variety. It's a really nice, beautiful saturation level that's still going to show off. You know, my thing with champagnes is what's great about them is they show a lot of brilliance. Distinctive blues, greens, oranges, reds, all the fire is distinctive. You're seeing it right here. It's a big stone size at a carat 22. It's got 50 points? Oh my goodness, 50 points in pink. No, this is the one that's reversed every single time. So let's switch it up. It's 14 points in the pink and 50 points in the white, 112, 1597. I'm sure it'll come up correct on the graphics because I've corrected it before. But you know what, guys? It's 64 points no matter how you slice it together. We just want to know that, you know, we want you to understand you're getting pinks first, then the white diamond secondary to that. It's the double halo. It looks just like the 222 ring we had the other day, but that's close to $10,000. Here's what I'm going to offer. 3 shades of diamonds in one ring. 2 are considered exotic colors of diamond, being the champagne and the pink. And we have one moment and one opportunity when we have been pretty much, it's been kind of the running joke of the week here, is that starting last Thursday and then continued Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and now today, we had all white diamonds and yellow diamonds for the last few days. And I did some incredible things, but it was always yellow diamonds and white diamonds. You're going, okay, I need to see something else. Here is your champagne variety that gives you another step up, and it's going to be, this is what we've been doing. We've been offering historic values on our diamond pieces in 1 carat sizes the last few days. The difference is, and if you've been with me for any of those shows, you saw 1 carat yellow diamond, you saw me make it a really special price tag. However, the difference here is that this is not a 1 carat, and this may sound like not a big deal, but it's a really big deal to get a diamond that goes up to a carat 22. That's a big difference in size from a 1 carat. So that means everything. And the fact is, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to continue our historic run of diamond pricing this very week. And we're going to honor another really super duper blowout price on this ring. I know the champagnes get a little bit of a bad rap. People think that the champagnes aren't important. Well, I will tell you this because I don't think I'm supposed to say it, but I think if I don't name names, I'll be all right. There's a big designer who y'all know. They're probably the one you think of when you think of really high-end jewelry, fine jewelry. Rodeo Drive, Madison Avenue, Fifth, that kind of thing. When you think of really good jewelry in the US, you think of this designer. They are going to be launching in the fall of this year of 2024, they're going to be launching an entire line of champagne diamonds. And they have a name for them, and I'm not going to say what it is. Obviously, that would not be allowed. But they're going to be making this, and they already have a big, they have big celebrity endorsements. They do those the big names. The biggest music sensation in the world. She does all their ads on billboards and magazines and all of that. You know the ones I'm talking about. That is the level, and that will be who's going to be the face of the new line. I'm just giving you the heads up now. Champagne diamonds are about to be the it stone, the it color, the it diamond, the one everybody from major Hollywood players to everybody else, everybody's going to want them. So this is a very important variety of a natural color in diamond, and yet it goes with everything. This is universal. It is versatility beyond. I mean, think of it like a white diamond, but just different because it's more exotic, right? It's more exotic. It is. It's hundreds of times more rare than a white diamond, and if that was a 1 carat 22 white diamond, we'd have a very different price. Let's blow it out. $79.99 is the price tag. I can't do that. I will not do that. I'm going to make sure we get this at home tonight, and we have 23 minutes left in the broadcast. So here's what we'll do. It's not going to be even $79. $69, $59, $49, $39. I'm going to put it on the auction block, and we're going to do a very late night auction that's going to be really interesting. And I cannot do this. I really should not. I cannot. I've been doing this all week. It's absolutely nuts. Giving you a carat 86 in diamonds with that really big monster center stone, and once again with the rounds. Remember when I said at the beginning of the show, we had all kinds of rounds tonight. We really have. The mini Tanzanites, the Paraiba, now the diamond. This is not going to be $39.99. Let's put on the auction block and get it even lower than that, because my late night crowd needs a deal. And we need a little finale to never ever forget. The unforgettable finale of the day, and really the finale of a week long of 1 carat plus diamonds that have been nothing short of exquisite. It's time. Let's not start the auction at 35 or 3. Let's go even lower than that. We're desperate for a caller here. I want to give this away. Help me give some jewelry away tonight. Can't do it without your phone calls. We're going to do better than $3,000. We're doing better than 29 and even at 28. That's already, we're so dramatically under cost on this, and I should not. In today's world, we have literally representatives on a plane. Well, I think they're back now, but it's just, again, they just spent over a week at the biggest jewelry and gem trade show in Hong Kong. So there is not a diamond out there in the wholesale world to be had just singularly for a price tag like this. That is what you need to know. That is the reality. I get it. A lot of people say, I wish I could be in the wholesale world just for a day. I'd go buy everything. Well, the wholesale world is still, let me tell you, a far cry from TVON Fantasyland. It's a big difference. You will pay more for that center stone in wholesale than you're paying for the entire ring at our original price. $79.99. This is not a small stone. It's a carat 22. It looks amazing on. Alert, if you have the pink and the white diamond wonder rings or either or, perfect. Around this ring, you could do either or, and look at what that's doing. This is that brilliance I was telling you about. Look at how when that moves, you've got the brilliance of that champagne diamond goes beyond what you expect even from your white diamonds. 28, I can't do. 27, 26. Let's go crazy. $2,500 to start. It's a $2,500 open auction. We'll go a $10 increment after that, and we will move the 122. Here's what we've had essentially all week in yellows, but those were only 1 carats. It's a difference. Now you've got a 122. Up for grabs, 14 points in the pink and 50 points in the white diamonds. 60 seconds to get it started, and then we show you the emeralds. The round emerald. Look at this round emerald. Anybody thinking about a round emerald? I had a couple the other night. Monday night, had some round emeralds. All of them stayed. Well, this was not. We didn't have anything with yellow diamonds. So how about this, guys? Stop the auction. We need a caller in quickly, and we've got 20 minutes left, and let's make this disappear. Can we please get this home? Because it's really, really good. And if you admired the 222, but just not everybody's got $10,000 to spend on 1 diamond ring. I get that. This is the way to go. It looks, I thought it was the same ring. I was wondering why, after 7 years here, why that 222 would drop. I thought it was the same ring. It has almost the same mounting, except this one has pink diamonds, the other one did not, this one does, and it's nowhere near $10,000, and now it's not even $2,500. We're just gonna sell it. No auction. Auctions are kind of irresponsible at this time of the evening anyways, so let's go even lower, and we'll just make it $2,499 to caller number 1. And that's it. Your moment, your opportunity, your chance. Take it, take it, take it, and that will be it. $24.99 gets it to you. I'm going to give it 60 seconds, and then we need to know what you'd like to see again before we go. Is it the round Paraiba? Is it the diaspore from earlier? Is it the winsa, the Mahangi? Is it maybe that beautiful, beautiful collection of Alexandrites we had? Whatever you want to see, or any other requests we can bring out, this is the time. We've got 18 and a half minutes to play with, so this is where you got to tell me what you want to see, what we can mark down for you. But this has got to go at $24.99. You're getting that massive diamond weight again, carat 86 overall. Take advantage of it, and all about the carat 22. And do you see what I'm seeing with that? The reds, the yellows, the greens, the purples, the blue flashes from the inside of that champagne diamond. It is all natural. This is not a heated or treated or enhanced stone in any way. I feel like every time I drop a price like this, I really just have to make it all about reinforcing that that notion of this is not an enhanced stone, because everyone's going to immediately assume it has to be at a price tag like that. It has to be something that was treated or heated, or there are diamonds out there that look like this that are still not natural. They're not fully natural stones. They got some help to get a color like this. That is not the case here. This is an Argyle mined stone. That mine shut down, by the way. It is the one to own. I'm going to try it on again. It is $24.99 out the door, first caller. We're not doing an auction, no competition, just first caller to say yes. It's fabulous. It really is. And the fact it has pink diamonds first and then white diamonds around that, perfection. Jason on something else? Jess on something else? All right, this one's here. Show it for a final 30 seconds here. I am not going to tolerate leaving pieces that good here. I can't do it. I can't leave that here. I can't put that back in a vault. That is just not going to work. We got the value right there for one caller only. Take advantage of that. So there's one more aqua to show you guys. We showed this a little earlier. We had the aqua go very quickly earlier in our cushion cut. Let's show you the pear shape that we have as well, with something a little different designer element to it. And there's a really pretty pink. Yes. Oh, okay, pear shape from the wheel earlier. Thank you so much. Just want to remind you, we did have some Alexandrites on a wheel earlier. The pear shape is now spoken for. That was 112-2524. We have two left. It was a cushion cut square and an oval. So those two are remaining. I have to show you the Paraiba though, because there's really, there's one piece that's got to go. And it's the round Paraiba, because it's just, did you have a question? Oh, sure. And who's this for, Jason? Just so they don't miss it. Rita, hi. Rita from where? Here you go, Rita. Wonderful. Here it is. This is the Alexandrite you just picked up, and there it is on the hand for you. That was, remember, that was the 36 pointer, but it had the really good diamond weight, had the really opulent diamond weight, carat of weight in pink and white, rose and white gold as well. Probably how you want to leave that one. And we'll size it for you, Rita, and we'll have it right out to you. Thank you so much. Wonderful. She's in Nevada. She survived all the winds they had the last, like, I don't know, week. They were dealing with some like 90-mile-an-hour winds that didn't let up for like a week, ever. It was crazy. Just like we have unrelenting rain. Now I live in Portland. Do you guys know? I don't know when I moved to Portland, but I moved to Portland and I'm not loving it. No offense to Portland, but got a lot of family up there, and I just did not think this is what I signed up for living in Los Angeles. Don't we pay all this money for the good weather? Isn't that why we do that? Here we are. This is going to be the big round Paraiba. It will not stop raining out here, but eventually. Take a look at this. This is, I had it earlier. It's beautiful. It's bright. It's just shy of a carat in the round. And I thought, in case you weren't with us earlier, it's one that's worthy of our time again, don't you think? Just another last look at it. It's going to be item number 1120005, and this is the big round Paraiba. And for a big stone, small price, great bridge, I think you get it all. To me, this is what a friend of mine would say is the TTP, the total package, right? TTP, the total package. This is it. This is it. It's everything in a ring. It's 99 points in diamonds, bridge, 4 rows essentially with the halo. Then you get this fabulous, and I mean fabulous color. I just had a dealer tell me the other day, if my 10 karat was this color, it would be worth $1 million. He goes, but it's not really that color. It's a little lighter. I'm going, wow, we're splitting hairs here. But yeah, it's true. It's when you get the really ultra neons that the stones become incredibly valuable. That's what's here. 97-point round in the bridge, white gold, and it stays in white gold. It was $14,999. It is no longer. That champagne diamond is still here for somebody. Give me a call if you'd like it. We have pieces going from all throughout the show. I really thought this just needed a little bit more look, just a little last luxury look at it to get this a home. And I don't want to be afraid to come in close, but actually let me pop it up to your eye level so you see exactly how clean this stone is. This is gorgeous material. This is exactly ideal in Paraiba. If you saw it on the news or on your internet feeds in the last few days that there was someone very, very, very well known and famous who now acquired a Paraiba, who's wearing it all over town, and they're projecting what she would have paid for this stone, which isn't a whole lot bigger. They're projecting it's a 3 carat and it was millions and millions of dollars. Absolutely. Because, and the reason why you can spot a ring like this a mile away is because of its color in neon. Do you realize that? It's one of those stones, I said it earlier, that 97 points is a big size in Paraiba, but it's so true that when you have neon elements like this, it's amazing what this stone does. It's instantaneously recognizable. It is so very distinctive. Everybody, now people might ask you what it is if they're unfamiliar with it, but other than that, if you know it, you know it. You know it from a mile away. It has that glow. And you don't need to have a huge stone if you get the ideal level of neon. And that's really what this is about. There are a lot of stones. I'm a believer that all the Paraibas are beautiful. The blues, the greens, the pinks, the yellows. There's a lot of different colors of Paraiba out there. And I believe that all the different variable shades of blue-green are pretty, whether you get more green or more blue. And they're pretty when they're included. Let's face it. If they have that color and you're attracted to that color, they're all going to be beautiful. But the difference is, and really what makes them stand out so poignantly, is when you get the neon. And they all are supposed to have a degree of neon, but there are certain stones that just do it better. This is one of them. And a big part of that is the clarity. Another big part of that is the round cutting. They're working together in synchronicity to give you and deliver a visual that is unforgettable. And when you have one, you will soon see why people spend millions of dollars willingly to get one in their collection. And one is all you need. And if you get top quality, top glow, top clarity, top cutting, we added a great mounting that's really actually very wearable. You get it all. You can wear it every day. I hope you will. It is beautiful. Take it from somebody who's collected them for a lot of years, who has a lot of different colors, who wears them often, and there's nothing like it. They get so much attention in the best way because people who know it know they're in the presence of greatness, and everybody else who doesn't know what it is just knows it's drop dead gorgeous. So try one, because even if you're thinking, I'm not sure if a 97 pointer is going to be the size I want, let me tell you, it makes an impact. It really does. We have about 10 minutes left in the show. This one's got to go. And do you know I took $10,000 off the price to make it $49.99 tonight so that you can get it, own it, enjoy it, live in it, and experience it. Because it is something that should be experienced. It is more of, instead of just, oh, that's pretty, it is an experience when you have Paraiba on your hand. It really is. It is jewelry that has a personality and a soul to it. And if you don't believe me, you got to try it. And you will soon be a believer. You will understand what I'm talking about. This stone is unlike any other. It just is. And with a price like that, cannot be beat on that value. So first caller, $49.99. Huge moment. Great big opportunity. Major, major stone. And look at the brilliance it gives. Watch this again under low lighting. Full lighting, watch the cloud roll in, and then look at that. That is still as bright as can be and as vivid as ever. It is just a stone. It's a prize, and it really will be one that, like I say, never part with it. Keep it in the family. Make sure everybody in the family knows this is the piece, this is the prize, this is the one. Keep it, never let go of it. Watch what happens with the value. I've seen I can speak on 22 years of what I've seen. Well, it's been 20 years really since the Paraibas have been in the marketplace on television. It's been 20, it's been since 2004. And really, truly, what I've seen is just remarkable. And it's not stopping. It continues and continues. So it's not only pretty and beautiful to wear in that experience we're talking about, but at the end of the day, you're getting into a really valuable stone that is only increasing in its value. So it's a smart purchase as well. It's a smart buy as well, because it is one of those stones that very few people in the world are ever going to own, especially of this elite level quality. So let's remind you, we have a couple pieces to show you before we go. I've got a beautiful pink imperial, which you haven't seen yet. We'll show you the aquamarine as well. But this at $49.99, try it out, remembering you have your money back guarantee, because I know it's hard to believe that any stone can be that vibrant and vivid in person, and you probably think it's the magic of TV. It is not. These stones are known for that. It's part of why the copper elements make them so distinctive. But take a look. Speaking of distinctive, let's get our hot pink imperial. Believe it or not, this is a pink imperial topaz, not a pink topaz with a coating, an actual natural Oro Preto mined material stone. That's 1123266, and it is lovely. It's a carat 33 oval. It's got 27 points in pink diamonds and a 77-point white diamond weight, and yeah, it's a bridge, and it looks fabulous, doesn't it? This is probably, out of all of the pink imperials I've had, this is the most hot pink saturation we've had. By far, we'll blow it out. It's a $79.99 piece, and we got to move. So this is where, again, down to the wire here, 7 minutes left. Make those decisions. Pick up those pieces you can't live without, because they're going to be gone. Somebody's taking everything tonight, right? We're going to get every last piece out of here. This is our carat 33. 27 points in the pink. That'll be your first halo and the middle row that goes underneath that bridge and through. Then you've got the 77 points in the white diamonds, and we're going to make this a deal at the end of the show. Here's what it looks like on. So we waited to bring out the $79.99 piece late. So a little late night after hour special here for our late night after hour viewers. And this is where you got to be on the phones fast, because we're going to have so many people who want this. You know the value of these stones. One source, all natural. This is not pink topaz like you shop in the department stores back in the 80s and 90s. This is not a coated stone. This is one of the most precious varieties of gems the world over. It's up there with Paraiba as far as rarity. When you get into that pink of color, there's hardly really no visual oranges. It's not orange, it's not yellow. Usually even with the stones that have a little bit of pink, that's just it. They got a little bit of pink. This is all pure hot pink. So it's a very extra level of saturation, and we're making it $2,499 just to do a quick giveaway at the end of the night. So this is it. We're back tomorrow to do it again, having hopefully some brand new tomorrow too. So tomorrow should be the kickoff of some brand new, so be sure and join me for that. And I'm talking about brand new, like totally different from what you've seen before in our history here. So that'll carry through the weekend as well. So we're really looking forward to that. Lots and lots of exciting things on the way. But here we are with $24.99 on the pinkest imperial we've had. That super gorgeous hot pink. Now I want to get in that aquamarine as well, because this one's really just inexpensive for what it is. And this is going to be that dual setting style. We're seeing the flower on one side and the pear-shaped aqua on the other that faces the other direction. A very popular motif in jewelry right now is to see almost as if you have two pieces coming together, like two separate rings, but joining in the middle as one. That's what this looks gives you. But I really want you to see that aqua, because it's a great color. Floral on one side, great aqua on the other. It's a 1122974 item, and it will be the 257 pear shape with 38 points in diamonds. That would be all in that rose design. The pear shape really is kind of on an island by itself, sitting side by side with that floral. So very directional on the hand, east to west setting style. It's 38 points in diamonds, white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold, and we're just going to make this an easy deal. End of the show. Here we are, 4 minutes left. Got a lot of pieces here. If you want to ask about anything in particular, we'll help you. The big Paraiba is the one I would recommend. That 97-point round is exquisite. It really is, and I just hope it translates on TV the way it looks in person. It's a special one, but this one's going to be even better priced than $39.99. Got a big aqua gone early in the show. Now we've got one more to show you that is just another great color and a great representative of this month's birthstone at its best. We'll make it $1,299. That's it. So a last call on the show. We've got a few last pieces. Alexandrites are here. Big Morganite here as well that started the show. The ruby, the Tanzanite, the 10 karat 69. Had a very nice color change diaspore earlier as well that you might want to consider if you wanted a very bright, lavish, high-end color change diaspore. So all of that and more that I just mentioned still hanging out here if you want to ask about any of those. $12.99 on the aqua. We'll try it on the hand again. And I do want to recap also the cat's eye Alexandrite, because that's probably the most exotic stone we've had today when you look overall at everything in the show, and yet it's still here too. So, and it's only $100 more than where this aqua is. So we've got some really inexpensive ideas here that should be a lot more, like the cat's eye Alexandrite, $13.99, this aqua, $12.99 with that rose on one side and the pear shape on the other. So we'll show you the, let's show you the cat's eye Alexandrite. This is that dual phenomena, also in a bridge. Item number is 1120013, and this would be the 86-point cat's eye Alexandrite with the 95 points in diamonds as we're in our final 3 minutes. Let us know if you have any questions on anything or would like to see something one more time. Before we go, we'll be back again to do it tomorrow night, 7. Same time, same place, but not the same jewelry. So that'll be very exciting. So I hope we'll see you then. But this one's $13.99. 2 phenomenas in one. I think a lot of people get confused with the cat's eyes because they think it's cat's eye chrysoberyl. That's a different deal. The cat's eye chrysoberyls have yellow colors. This is the blue greens we know of from Alexandrite in faceted material, but it's the cabochon, which allows it to have the chatoyancy and the subtle color change. Blue, green to red, chatoyancy as well. $1,399 gets you the bridge with that double phenomena stone. So that is last call. Let me just put up a few of these items to consider here as we depart and as we leave you tonight. And here's the big, these are all the recent ones we've seen here. Just a few pieces to consider from just the last few minutes in what we've shown you as brand new. So cat's eye, here's the aqua, here's the pink imperial, which is just truly hot pink saturation. And everything up here, just think about it, you're spending either $24.99 or less. $24.99 on the pink imperial, the Alexandrite, of course, in the middle is $13.99, and the Aquamarine is only $1,299. So really appreciate you joining us tonight. We've got about 90 seconds left. Anything else, we'll be here, as we always are, for a couple minutes after we go off the air to keep those phone lines ringing and answer all your questions or help place orders or pick up whatever you need, or even make a request for a future show if you've determined there's something you want to see tomorrow night or over the weekend. We can help you. So that is where we will be. That phone number is how to reach us, and we will be here for you for the next minute or so and then beyond. And then, of course, let me know on any of these. Reminder, $12.99 for this aqua. That's the rose and the aqua pear shape together. Then we have the cat's eye Alexandrite, $13.99. That bridge, you all know, goes for more than that. And then we have this truly saturated hot pink imperial. Then it has pink diamonds and white diamonds together. That would be down to $24.99. So we will be busy here at the end of the show, no doubt. The phone lines are ringing. So thanks again. Please remember, we'll be here after we go off the air, so the phone number stays the same. So just start dialing it now. We can help you. We can answer your questions, get those place orders, because remember, you don't want to wait because pieces go after the show. They do, without fail. So make sure you get in and get your piece before somebody snaps it up tonight. And we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, 7 o'clock Pacific, 9 Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. Big Thursday for you. Sure hope we'll see you here, even just to hang out. You don't need to shop, just hang out. Come, just show up. Enjoy the jewelry. We'll have some brand new for you, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you then. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Keep calling. We're here. We're busy on the phone lines. We will be. We're selling jewelry, so make sure you give us a call. I'm Lauren Blair. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow.